Mic test, mic test. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Bison stream. Hope we're all having a wonderful day today, because I most certainly am, because it is Monday, and that part isn't too great, but we are back with some more Daybreak 2, and that part is. So, let's get on into it. How's it going, Gearho? Thanks for dropping by. So, let's continue from where we were. I have played some in the off time, which I can show now. I do really like how the achievements are here. I'm happy to know why. Did you finish Daybreak? I don't know. You have a blizzard. Monster Hunter in 4 days. Nice. What weapon do you main? But yeah, it's nice how there are achievements here, so I can just kind of remind myself as to what I did off stream, as well as show what I did, but while not showing it. So Martin Garten, I got Leon, Celeste, Kincaid, Rosette, and Aaron, all MVPs, so I can get their skill stones. Um, Rosette and Anya's both got new skills additionally, I think at level like 26. Lance, since PS2 also, bro, that's a lot of MVP. Indeed it is. Got the 50 cross strikes, 100 attacks perfectly evaded, so now I get decoy. I need to remember to check that out. 500 shard skills, 8 U material, octuple kill, and septuple kill, both in the same one. I did that on basically the boss stage of floor 2 of Markengarten, where you get a whole bunch. I wasn't aiming for it, I just happened to get it, but I'm not going to complain. So we just got Celestial, which is pretty cool. Which is it's a really good art. It's highly expensive. I used it a lot more in like CS1 and 2. But yeah, it's really good because it just targets all allies. 100 S-crafts popped. Once again, still love that they call it popping S-crafts. Like it's such a gamer way to say it. But yeah, because it's how you would colloquially say, like, yeah, I popped the S-craft. Not like, oh, I used it or I initiated it. And I popped it. Got all of Anya's I've unlocked. Then I played 7 Hearts, won 5 times. I played 7 Hearts with party members. I played 7 Hearts with party members and won. So I got Alter Otis. Decreases cast time and increases arts power when boosted. Okay, I have to check that out. And then obviously 100 Mystic Cubes from the Martin Garden. Got some more Grendel Stones. So before anything else, let's come in here. I want to check out the ordnance.
Switching to make single element slot access.
Yeah, you're there. Is there someone who has... Yeah, you would be a good one. Because, right, for you need mind and wind. So what's decoy in terms of mind? Deflects hate during command battles. It just straight gets to mind 4, which is pretty darn good. And then wind 4 is already there. So if I do something like this and remove EP2 and swap you with that, is there any other better one? No, I would have to do 2 for. Oh, woe is me. Okay, so we're just gonna take Impede off, and we will put EP1 or EP2 back on, and we'll come back to you. Hey, Ash, how's it going? It's going well. You just missed the rundown of all the achievements, in-game achievements that I got. I got quite a few. Ivy Frost. I should probably put that on just so I can use it and get it done out of the way. Probably is pretty good on her. Let's also check, because I did just get a... Did I get a new one of these? No, I got a new Hollow Core. I got Alter Otis. Where is it? Turn duration, cast time, minus 8% magical damage is 24. Cast time... Yeah, so this is just better than... So the Alter version just seems to be generally better than the regular ones, I guess. So, gonna do that. Because why wouldn't I want that on my caster? Okay. And you're... Right now, you're not like a super caster right now. But if I want you to be, that would help. Gotta love building character. Oh, you gotta love it. It's one of the best parts about this game. I guess all the Trails games where it's like, okay, how do I want to build you? Yeah, right now you have 5125 with Vine, 2070. But the altar is like, it's only at level 1, so I mean it's gonna... I'm gonna see. I need to compare it. Ooh, if I did decoy on you and opened up some stuff, right? I actually might be able to get Arc Feather on her immediately, because she's already really close. So that might be the decision. Airyverse, yeah, I think I'll need to just open up some additional stuff. So I'll put Airyverse on there. She is one away from it, so let's go open up a slot. We'll go to the Markengurten. Because we also need
I've
to...
got all your support needs covered. All charged and ready to go.
Yeah, we also need to...
We've got the good stuff.
What do we need to do? Custom. There we go. Very good. Fuck it. We'll just open up all of her middle one. Not gonna do all of her line, but we'll do those. Yeah, let's get the final one of that one, and then we can work up to that one. That way, we can get Nadia all done, but she's at least filled up, so she'll have maximum EP, which will be good. So now with all that said and done, quartz. Oh, I can make 2 now. That's really nice. Doesn't really matter for what I'm doing right now because I can't make 2 of the high element ones, but that's
Appreciate your
fine.
business. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
I also got a whole bunch of these as well for a whole bunch of new characters. We
Appreciate your business.
can go through it and see what's there.
I'm rooting for you.
Nope, come on. I do have 13,000, so I could get more, but it's also not that big of a deal. We're doing this instead. Let's just get Piercing Fortissimo maxed.
I'm even
Very.
stronger now.
Let's get that
Upgrade
one. We'll
complete.
save for that one. Let's get Fiamma Midgard, Grand Serpent, Surtur. That one max.
Give it
Good.
some more firepower.
Max be increased. Completed the part I was on yesterday, and I'll say it's very good up to the point. So there's one. Okay, nice. Okay, so then I did finally use him just to get his VIP. He's not bad.
Let's sharpen this
He
up.
really is just like an ice version of Celise. Not an issue. So I have yet to use Holy Bloom just in general, but like it seems like a really good skill. Like support target all, EP regen, boost recovery, and restores allies EP and boost gauge. Right, like that seems really good. Just in general. I want to use... Like, I kind of want to use it base before I improve it just to see its effect. But I also know that that's not, like, the biggest deal, right? Yeah, fuck it. Whatever.
Now I
We're just
can
going
be even
to
more
get that.
useful.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so now I have 22, so that's basically 11 of the things. So let's do that. And then we can do the guard. And then, you know what? We'll do innocent heal. I think that's fine.
Now I can be even more useful.
Nice. Get those
I'll be
maxed.
even more precise.
Okay, then dualizer maxed. Lethal operation.
Will serve me even better.
Good. We're just gonna max
I'll be even
Lofgren.
stronger.
Waiting for that. Cross cipher and instantaneous mark. Just
Protect her now.
going up at the same time with those. He can't be that far away from getting his next S-Craft, right? Like they wouldn't tease you that hard. Also, speaking of character, I got my current evade tank to 100 and 85 crit. Nice. My lord. We always love it. And also, yeah, this is a move that she unlocked, and we can't improve it, but targeted self, targeted circle, clone, deploys a shard clone that attacks foes automatically, which is pretty crazy. Like, I don't, like, obviously I need to play more to see how it actually works, but I'm like, that was not expecting that kind of move in this game.
Skill performance upgrade.
Okay, and then we're just going to boost Cobalt Curtain because that's
Skill performance
probably her best move. We still don't have his, so I'm gonna hold it. And we got Scarlet Dance on him. Bewitch, Res Down, which is pretty interesting. I'm just gonna do Blazing Slash and like some of the other stuff higher first. I think I'll do these ones equal.
This is gonna be even stronger.
And then we got Grendel, who, I mean, honestly, what I probably should do is, like, because I only have so many of, like, the Grendel stones seem to be the hardest ones to come by. So I kind of want to put some into Rapid Onslaught, just because that's the move that I probably use the most. And then a little bit elsewhere. That was the last time she gets, because if you don't, I think she's the best girl now. You can have 2 of her. Dude, it's great. You can do crazy things in the bedroom. What? But yeah, like, because I could do it, but I need to at least keep 5. That's let's do this. Yeah, I can keep 4. That should be fine.
Let's go.
Just keep boosting them a little bit, exactly. Also, how was my thing? Yeah, I'm low on everything now, except for Sepith Math and Wind and Time. Low on Fire and Mirage. So let's go in, use like 5,000. Okay, so we're low on Wind and Mirage. Mirage, it's a higher element, so those ones are usually harder to get in general. The sex you don't control her, but just have an extra character whenever you... Yeah, I mean, also, in most games, having an extra unit to just even take aggro is helpful. So you still are a bit far from getting a second. Ah, okay. So I guess I am fine with bumping everything up at least a little bit. Like, not holding out. It doesn't use CP at all. Really? Wait, I need to check that move, because I thought I said it used like 80. Or are you saying the clone doing moves doesn't use reset CP? Once again, we need to play with it. Okay, this is gonna be the last one, because otherwise I'll be lower than 5,000. Okay, there we go. Use CP to first use, but Clone can use her crafts. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to use the crafts. Makes sense. Okay, good. Get me all that. Nice. Return to analysis menu. Okay, and then...
Want a place to chill? Then look no further.
This.
Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Custom. How are you doing, Nadia? Can we get your last one now? Yes, we can. Okay. Hers is all done. She's at max EP unless I give her things that make it higher. That's all I wanted to do. Barry could be my next one to go to because she seems to be pretty darn good. I mean, she was good in the first game, so I don't think that would change. Van's all done. Nadia. I guess I could focus on Swin next as well because he still doesn't have any of third column open. It's really just a matter of like, okay, thinking who could I imagine myself using a lot in the later game? Who should I focus on now? Yeah, we're going to just use Van Stones, but you get quite a few of it. How's it going, Wolf Slash? Thanks for dropping by. Okay.
It's a bundle.
It's like, okay, I like this person. I like this person. I need to figure out who I want to be playing with. Oh my god, Fairy's 1 XP away from leveling the magic pixel. Okay, so now we can go into craft enhancement again, I guess. And then this time, I do like hitches and stitches, so we'll do that one.
Also make it look cuter?
We'll hold out for you that move. You got Celeste, so let's just do. We'll use Grand Serpent because S-Craft is nice, but also is for the MVP, so it's not that big of a deal. We'll use your S-Craft. Doing great, enjoy my free time. Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear. Need the operation.
Even more precise.
And also the nice part is I'm gonna have plenty of time to store up a bunch of stones before level 50 happens, which will be beneficial. Similarly, I guess if I can just keep 5 to get that one up, I can do that. Okay, so then we'll do that and that. I'll keep 2.
Let's go.
Just so I'm not coming from 0. Okay. I'm gonna hard focus Cobalt Curtain because it is just I think the move that I will use on her the most. So it makes the most sense to do that. We'll do his things a bit evenly just to leave at least 5 there. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yes, and the turbo worked great, by the way. Nice. Good to know. I'm glad that I suggested it. To be honest, that's definitely more of a post-game thing, at least depending on how long I act through. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, most games you usually end like even Sky first chapter, right? Like you ended around like 40, 45. And you picked up around there in second chapter and ended around like what, 60 something? Right? Like I feel like that was around there. 0, I think you 54,776 hits and 22,000 to 33,007. My lord, that sounds fantastic. I am at like 41. Okay. So you're almost there. So with all of that, let's just go and check. Okay, so you need to save up to unlock your stuff. You are now there. So now I have to just install some wind, and she gets Arc Feather.
Looks like
Fuck
a
yeah.
new shard skill.
So now she has Arc Feather, which is great. That's what we want. She has Airy Verse on. What spells does she have right now? She's got a whole bunch of shit. I usually like using Obsidian Ray because that's a bomb-ass spell. if I'm real, like it's one of my more favorite moves. It is also very EP heavy, but I mean, there's worse things in this world. And I am doing more caster with her, so I guess it makes a little bit more sense to put Otis on her now.
Adjustment complete.
Okay, so let's come over here. Where Stellarverse, good. So now it would be ideal if I could get another EP2, so I could boost her EP total, or an EP cut to make it a little bit easier, and a cast 2 to make that shorter. But overall, she's doing pretty good. I've built up my first Arc Feather, so that's nice. And like I need it at that point. Nice. Okay, so now what are we doing on this fine day? We are just going around. We need to shop, and we need to do the 4 SPGs. In the off time, I did a whole bunch of achievements. Played b-ball, played the card game, got a whole bunch of people MVP, got the octuple kill, dodged enough to get decoy, a whole bunch of other stuff. Ballin'? Dude, I b-balled. Dude, b-ballin' is the way of life. It's like wrestling.
My noodles are the best
You
in
know,
town.
I learned all about how lucha libre is a way of life from the critically acclaimed Cartoon Network animated show Mucha Lucha.
What'll you have?
Because I mean, mucha lucha, it's a way of life. Mucha lucha.
Come again.
Because it's all about honor, glory, and donuts. Moshi gloves. Mucha lucha. There's an accessory you'll need to buy here since you can't come back after this part. Okay, is it these Moshi gloves?
Thanks as always.
Okay, we'll pick up the Bulletin Board for SPG. Missing Dragon Chariot. Longport's Lunar New Year Festival is right around the corner, and the Dragon Chariot, Red Star's signature vehicle, has been stolen. However, considering Hayway is likely busy with other matters at the moment, we thought it best to ask you for your help instead. I'll be waiting for you in front of the Eastern Theater, Chief Minho. Damn, that really triggered some buried memories there. I mean, hell yeah, it did. Dude, old Cartoon Network had some of the best shows. And I'm not even, like, it's more just like when I just stopped watching it, so they're probably still good shows. But, like, that Shaolin Showdown, fucking tight. And 2, that's not the one time. Okay, well.
Oh, Aaron, thank you so much for your help earlier.
Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. I'm just glad everything worked out.
Look at you, Aaron.
Take all the time you need.
Hi.
Be seeing you.
See you later.
You're free to take a gander. I take great pride in all
Gander.
my merchandise.
Proverbs of Self is the one I presume you're talking about, maybe? For the Proverbs trade, which I think I can do now. Couscous. Yeah. I should probably go check to see if I can do the trade.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah. See you later. The couscous. I don't care for couscous. It's like, I don't know, the kind of like a grainy mouth texture.
I'm a little nervous, but it's okay. Aaron's here to
Can I say beyond Gongi Tampai? Yeah. Dude, everyone knows that the Golden Tiger Claws would be the best Shenggong Wu to have. Like, there's no doubt. Teleportation's just the best one. Am I getting enough for 2 at least? Yeah, true. Just in case I want to. Just in case I want to do another one. You right. Yes, see you later. Okay, rare items. Power droplet. Buy an item trade. Colored fang cord for the Schwinn boy. Oh, what are you doing, Aid boy? Ooh, I could buy EP2. Requires 2. Oh yeah, let's just fucking do that. That works. Okay, that's good for her. Can I do proverbs? Yes. All the other ones are equipped. Speed, accuracy, crit. Okay, excuse me. Just gotta come over here, and we just gotta find who's wearing the proverbs. Take off the proverbs, woman. Wonderful woman. Beautiful woman. Here you go. Get ATS for a moment. Proverbs of Strife. Here, have a red pendulum. Proverbs of Confrontation. Here, have some defense. Okay, that should be it, I think. Yep.
What'll it be?
Trade. Nope, wrong. Wait. No, not wrong. There we go. Proverbs of Destiny. Speed, accuracy, and crit. All pretty darn good.
Thank you.
Especially because it's accuracy 100, so it's nice to just be able to say, yeah, you ain't missing. Your accuracy is already 53%. I feel like I should put it on someone whose accuracy is already... whose accuracy is not, like, obscenely high just based on, like, the court they have. Although, if I'm thinking about it, her court set probably has hit in it. Yeah, she has hit 1 on, so I could remove that if I put the accuracy on her. If I put the thing on her. So, let's... Proverbs of Destiny. There we go. Boost the speed. Make you super accurate. Then we can come over here. Remove hits for something better, like impede. That works. And then instead of... I mean, her HP total is not super high. But if I'm usually... I mean, in case I have to do a physical action. Yeah, screw it. We'll take off the HP and go for EP2. Get her up to 800 EP. That's pretty good. Yeah, I have a hit quartz on her. There we go. Nope. Did all that stuff. I didn't even go to... Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, you have to go through his entire trade list to make sure. All that other stuff. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Give me money.
Well,
Good. You're not red anymore. Let's also do to-do and send that to him. A colorful braided cord with the fangs of a rare beast worked into it. Might be a good gift for Swin.
You sure?
There you go.
Okay.
Archive Solutions temp. I like how his affiliation is free. I am free! Okay, and then there's the Gambit bar where you can play the card games if you don't want to just play it with your friends.
around here again. I'm counting on you to help me out.
You got it, Pops.
You got it, Paps.
Citizens are more composed than I expected,
Because Aaron's
given
here.
the present circumstances.
that's because they know Aaron has their backs.
Way to go, little Spriggan of Longport.
Shut up. I'll kick your ass.
Still, I need to hurry up and fix this situation before it starts affecting everyone in town.
There we go.
My stuff can't be.
Northern Sky Candy, hell yeah. Yeah, man, he is free. You can call him a free bird.
I'll be waiting
And I'm
for
a
you.
free falling.
It was rough.
Okay, 250,000 mirror earned. Also, I need to remember
I could go for some fishing.
this.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, we'll use a dumpling. Hopefully, get the thing that also a good song. Yeah. Fish.
That's it.
There we go. Yeah, you're not a puffer. Hell yeah. Quicksilver Cop. Good. Quit. Okay.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing
Red
spot.
perch, big catch. I don't know if I already caught a big catch. Mine, 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 mine. I have to wonder if the people that made Finding Nemo knew that that was going to become such like a
Nice.
everlasting meme. Fucking seagulls. That's not a big catch. It's a red perch, though.
There.
Do.
That's it.
Okay. Good. I'd have a fine. Sure was.
Got
Is that
myself
good? Yeah, 51.8 reach. Got me break too. Hell yeah. Chances are it was also made as a joke on the inside. Hey, who wants to animate this part? Mine. Okay, and also there is an achievement for getting big fish, right? Yeah, 5A rank, so I need to get a few more. Yeah, looking at it. There's so fucking many. Hopefully I'll be able to get Amatea. 100,000, that's gonna be a little bit difficult. Ambushes, that can just happen. Like the tactical bonus ones are always ones that you kind of have to like, I always have to look them up and be like, okay, how do I math it out? Where's a good place to do it? Also very Aussie, wonder if it really is an inside joke. It might be. I have to wonder if maybe, like if I were to take a guess, like Disney, Pixar, whatnot are well known for going like on site to do like research. So I wonder if while they were there, like maybe they're just like a gaggle of Aussie people just memeing it up, and they're going, "No, that's mine, not mine, 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 mine." They're like, "Oh, it's like seagulls, like seagulls." Perfect. You should make sure you have enough shit to do. Yeah, it's great. There's never nothing to do. Gonna pick that one up later.
What would you like?
The Peony Blade script. Screenplay for the Orville film, Peony
Please stop by
Blade.
again sometime. What's next?
That's what they call me in bed, the Peony Blade. What?
Thanks.
Okay. Let's get over here. Minho and Manager Hiren. How's it going, fellas? You the Minho that sent the 4SBG? So you've got Hiren with you, too. Thank you for coming, Spriggan. Yes, I'm Minho with Red Star. And I got a 3-point attack thing during a boss fight sound, but I'm not complaining. Yeah. See, the ones that are like the hard, because isn't there, I think it was in the previous game where there was one for like 4. Like the last one of the achievement was 4-point, like 4-time tactical. And I just remember that one being like, okay, I got it literally in the last dungeon on like in a very specific thing. And like, I remember I had to like reload, I had to save and reload multiple times to like get it just perfect. Cause it's like, you need to like get enough of their enough of the enemy's break meters high enough before command battling while also perfect dodging and not getting touched. Then finally breaking one of them so you can enter with advantage, and then using like enough multi-hit attacks to get the combo up while also making sure that you don't kill them because you need to kill a certain number at the same time while also using elemental weaknesses. And it's just like you just have to juggle so many perfect things to get that tactical bonus, and while also using enough items to get like the thing. See, I liked it in Zero and Azure where you could just repop bonuses a whole bunch of times, and like that's how you could do like a fucking super early, like really good grind with Shining Palms. Is that happening? If it does, then cool. If not, oh well. And stuffing your face, yeah. Thank you for coming, Spring. Yes, I'm in with Red Star, and you brought Aaron along. That's very encouraging. Hell yeah, man. With me on board, it's always smooth sailing. Anyway, what's this area about the Dragon Chariot going missing? It was over in the main plaza up till yesterday, wasn't it? I have a question, actually. What exactly is a Dragon Chariot? Oh, right. Suppose if you're not from Longport, you probably wouldn't be too familiar with it. It's a yearly tradition, kind of a symbolic thing. Every year, the most influential people in Hayway invest large sums of mirror into prepping a high-class luxury car to put on display. That's a good use of money. Then they show it off at the Lunar New Year's Festival to impress anyone with eyes. It's to make sure everyone knows how rich and powerful Heiwei is. Here in the old days, they used to do it with boats and ox carts. Ever since Red Star came around, though, luxury orbital cars have been the staple. After the festival, it gets toured around to every location you can think of before eventually being auctioned off. Auctioned off? And I suppose the Eastern Theater serves as the auction house? That's correct. In fact, the Dragon Chariot was supposed to be brought into the theater today. They're actually just having a meeting about it. Unfortunately, just as we were getting ready to proceed, it disappeared. If we don't do something, our company will be out a huge investment. That's not even to mention how much it'll inconvenience our partners in Heiwei. Is there any way we can enlist your services to help retrieve the Dragon Chariot? Well, what do you say, old man? Let's see. Well, of course we're gonna do it, because it's for cars. Alright, we'll take the case. Heiwei's not really in a place to deal with this right now, and I've had my fair share of experience with stuff like this. Besides, as a casual fan of orbital cars myself, I want to see whoever stole that beauty brought to justice. Casual fan, he says. But I'm with you. We can't just let some two-bit we can't just let some two-bit thieves get away with something like this. I appreciate your support. To be honest, I was pretty worried you might not take the job. It's an incredibly expensive vehicle, after all. If you don't manage to get it back, Red Star will be at a huge financial loss. This may not be relevant to the investigation, but exactly how much is the Dragon Chariot worth? Let's see. The chassis base is one of Red Star's more pricey models, the Nexus 3. Then you've got the embossing work from a first-class professional, the pure gold ornamental pieces, the gold outer coating. The manufacturing cost alone would be 30 million mira. 30 million mira? I can't believe someone would pay so much for a single car. And when it comes time to auction, the highest bidding price usually goes well beyond the original value. Fair compared to some of the car people I have seen, they do make him look like cat. Dude has his own vehicle that he soups up by himself, follows all of like the races, follows all of the new cars going to market. I'd say he's well beyond what a normal person would call a casual fan. Like there's normal, regular fan, or I guess casual fan, super fan, and then there's like zealot. I would say Ash is in like, not Ash, I would say Van is in like super fan level. He's not like a zealot, but like, he's up there. Well beyond the original value. There's no doubt the thieves would be able to make a rather significant profit from it. Imagine they mean to use the money to fund their criminal activities. From a risk management perspective, this case seems absolutely critical. Alright. First things first, I need you to tell me all the details about how the car is being transported to the theater. Any moments you can think of where the car could have been stolen? Yes. You see, the Red Star crew started moving into the theater around 5 hours ago. They finished about 4 hours ago, after which everyone decided to leave. Unfortunately, right around that time, there was one issue that cropped up. It prevented us from being able to keep a proper eye on the chariot. Now, what happened? As soon as they started bringing the car in, the Revenue Service decided to show up for an audit. We were so busy dealing with them, there was no time for anything else. It seemed like it took forever, too. The auditors only left a few minutes ago. An audit from the Revenue Service, huh? So that's how it all ties together. Right after Fanlu just got arrested on false charges of tax evasion. Makes sense that other businessmen would start being suspected of fraud, too. But you gotta admit, timing's pretty suspicious. Yes, it's hard to believe it's a coincidence. Either the criminal knew the Revenue Service's exact schedule, or perhaps... I'm ashamed at our lack of vigilance, but because there were so many crew members on hand, we assumed everything would be fine. Perhaps some of them know something we didn't? Don't you think you should have given them more clear instructions? You guys were the ones in charge, after all. Well, either way, it wouldn't be a bad idea to ask around inside the theater. We just need to take it slow and trace their path, step by step. Let's get to it.
Commencing mission.
There's some dragon carrot. Okay, let's go in. Also, yeah, that's another thing that I want to go over, because I got a couple hair things. I mean, also towel, because of course. I find it interesting how they call this the monk attire, when this is just kind of like the ryokan loungewear. Yeah, I got the hair, I got the pink hair, which does look really good. Like, I don't really ever have issues with the different hair colors of the Trails characters. Like, they do pretty darn good, like, recolors of the eyes and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, she got school uniform, 4SPG, United armor, which does look good. The hood, which also that's a good. I do like when she has the hood up. Okay. Hair, got blonde or united. Still don't know what that is. Van a river? Racer? It's racer? United. Oh, interesting. Her goes pink. No, a racer? I don't know. School uniform. I think I already looked at his. Yeah, it's green hair that just goes to a different green. Brown. Yeah, no hair colors for them. Oh yeah, they got jersey. Oh, so that's what they meant by jersey. Okay. Because when I think jersey, I think like a basketball jersey. Oh yeah, look at me. Gonna get sweaty up in here. People who make unnecessary modifications to their car. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get. Yeah, Van would probably fit that bill. Although he would say they're absolutely necessary. So, who can say? Who can say? I've never heard that term before. Thank you for clarifying. Hello, receptionist.
What would you like? Please stop by again sometime.
Sup, Fuka? Sorry to bug you. Aaron? What can I do for you? Actually, those people with you, aren't they? Yeah, we just have a few questions we'd like to ask you. You heard about the dragon chariot being stolen, right? Yes, I have. In fact, I even gave them a bit of a hand when they were bringing it in. Fast and smooth as necessary. It is. I mean, how else would he have beat Maxim Lugan in that highway race back in Daybreak 1? I guess he did it twice, I think. But I'm sorry, I really don't have any idea when it was taken. Even the smallest detail you can remember might help us. Did you notice if anything felt off at the time? I think I might have been a bit paranoid, but I guess there was one thing. About 3 hours ago, someone from Red Star came back to the theater with a big truck. I assumed it was just some additional servicing that needed to be done, but I was so busy at the time I wasn't able to pay them much attention. That certainly does sound strange. According to Minhu, this crew started leaving the theater about 4 hours ago. Even if they had forgotten to take care of something, it would be unusual to send a single person without informing anyone beforehand. And Minhu had his hands full with the revenue service right after the actual Red Star crew left. That would have been the best time to get the car out without anyone noticing. Yeah, and I'm betting that Red Star guy she saw was fake. If he played the part well enough, nobody would even blink an eye if he stole the car. I'm so sorry. If I had paid more attention, this wouldn't have happened. Nah, it's not your fault, Fuka. Still, don't you think a truck big enough to haul the Dragon Chariot would stand out in a place like Longport? It'd take quite a while to find a place to hide it. Maybe someone involved in transporting goods might know something. Think about it. That delivery guy, Anthony, runs mail all over Newtown. He's probably got a few contacts in the shipping industry. Wouldn't be surprised if he knows something. Let's get going then. Okay. All over Newtown, you say? Let's go. Bam. Bust open that door. Okay, so we need to go... Oh, wrong. We need to go to Newtown.
Heading to the objective.
It's Newtown, baby. Okay. Ooh, oh yeah, there's a shop over there that I didn't go to because it's right near quest. Okay, and that's another one, so I'll wait to pick that up until after I finish this one. Ooh. Just get this before. There we go. How's it going, Anthony? About suspicious cargo. Tell me all you know. He for sure is a street racer since he literally did race Maxim in Daybreak. I mean, he actually did a lot of races in Daybreak 1, considering. Like, he did a couple races for the street crew, right? Like his car friends. He raced a Maxim, I think, one time outside of that. So, like, yeah, van races. Truck carrying heavy cargo, huh? Well, I mean, Longport is a harbor city. It's not really unusual to see trucks that big every now and then. But actually, now that I think about it, I do remember seeing a large Red Star truck head for the harbor district around the time you mentioned. You haven't noticed any changes in the area lately, have you? Any workers you haven't seen before renting out storage space or boats? Nah, I can't say I have. Oh, but maybe something jogged your memory. Well, you remember that warehouse where there was a murder about half a year ago? Yeah. After that happened, most people around here didn't want a thing to do with it. But just recently, one of my clients, a guy named Lai Hong, said his company decided to start renting it. Why'd they stop using it, though? I was wondering if maybe something had happened. Of that warehouse. Guess it makes sense people would be avoiding that place. Why I say the thing I'm about to, I want to ask, how much do you know about Kai? Not very much. I don't. I've seen like one picture, and I think it's literally of just like a rocket ship. And even that, I'm not 100% sure. So let's just put a pin in that for whenever that game gets announced and released. Which hopefully they announce it in the next few months. That warehouse guess it makes sense for people to be buying first. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you. That's much appreciated. The fact that somebody wanted to rent it at all smells pretty fishy to me. It's also more than big enough to hide not just the car, but the truck carrying it too. Looks like the harbor's our only lead right now. Let's go see what we can find. Man, of all the places, why'd I have to be there? Place where I cringe at myself from the past. Child, what you doing? What you doing, child? What you doing, Yao? I really want to get better at foot racing. That's why I come here to practice sometimes. Mom used to be really fast from shoes, little, but now all she does is sleep. You sleeping? Sure. Yeah, I've been getting pretty rambunctious lately. So cold, but all he wants to do is run around. Maybe I should take a little break. Yeah, I'm just so sleepy. I'll play with your children. They're only young for such a short part of their lives.
On my way.
You need to enjoy it while they're here and small. Do b-ball? Do ball is life, bro. Dude, when I go back to Edith, I can probably b-ball against those kids in by the hotel. Finally. I wonder what happened. Are you Lai Hong? We heard you're the guy that's renting this place out. Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with? We're in the middle of an investigation, and this warehouse came up as a spot of interest. We were told that you had to stop using this one in particular. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. My understanding is that they found some kind of issue related to last year's incident. Yesterday, someone from the security company that oversees the labor showed up and said they'd be taking it over temporarily. And yet, did something else happen? Well, I came by here just a minute ago to take a look, and seems like somebody else has been making use of it. That shouldn't happen if the security company is keeping it under lock and key, though. That's pretty suspicious. Hate to ask, but would you mind letting us take a peek? That's fine. To be honest, I was just sitting here wondering whether I should take a look myself. Do hope we get Kai this year, and I won't be won't be told we won't until they say when themselves. I mean, I'm hoping, right? Because once again, Gung Ho is the one doing first chapter, so not Nisa. So Nisa's probably working on the Kai script either right now or it's already been finished and they're doing the voice acting. But yeah, until they say it's not coming out this year, I am hoping for like a December release, because I feel like that would be cool. Because we still also haven't gotten have we gotten a set release date for first chapter yet? I'm not like gonna play. You're not gonna play retits? Yeah. Trails in the sky. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like when it comes out, like I'm definitely going to play it. I don't know if it's going to be like this game though, where I drop everything to make sure I play it like as soon as it's out, right? Because it is a remake of a game. But it is also a very story-heavy remake where they're staying very true to the story that they told. They're just redoing everything, basically. New coat of paint, slight updates to, like, future game lore relevant details. But, like, I don't think it's necessary for me to drop everything and play. So if I'm playing other games, like, I'll definitely put it in the queue to be played soon after. But, like, it's not going to be a drop everything kind of game. Yeah, wondering whether I should take a look myself. If we could learn something from it, I don't see the harm. Big ass truck. Ha, I knew it. Guessing that's not your company's truck, right? Definitely not. Who in the world brought this thing in here? What's the security company up to? Let's hope the Dragon Chariot is still in there. Having found a suspicious truck inside the warehouse, Van and the others quickly proceeded to check its cargo. Unfortunately, the delivery bed was completely empty. Well, that's about what I expected. Because I've only played the first chapter or so of Sky 1, so chances might be that depends on my mind. Ah, okay. I bought Sky back in 2011. I haven't replayed it since, so I'll play the remake as soon as. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I played. Oh, God, I remember my history with it was I played CS1, and I was like, ooh, I'll go back and play Sky first chapter. Got like an hour or two and was like, damn, this is very different. I don't care for this. Refunded it. Played CS2. And then that was before CS3 was even announced that I played CS2. Then CS3 was announced and came out, played that. Then CS4 announced, came out, played that. Then after CS4 came out, I was like, okay, I waited enough time after 4. Let's go back to Sky, re-get all, like, because I had watched all the cutscenes for all the Sky, I think most of the Sky games. Maybe, like, only the first few of, like, third. But I'd watched all the cutscenes, so I knew like the major story beats, but it had been a while since I had watched them. So then I was like, okay, let's finally go back and play the Sky games because Crossbell games are more similar to Sky than they are to Cold Steel. So if I want to play the Crossbell games, I need to play these ones first and get used to it. And I did, and they were great, and it was fantastic. Highly suggest. And then after doing the Crossbow games, then Reverie came out, and now we're here. That's about what I expected. This must have just been a temporary storage location for them along the way. Played CS1 and 2, then I got halfway into 3 on PS, and I finally got PC so I could play the Sky games. I have all 3, but life stuff never gave me a chance. Ah, okay. Yeah, I get it. You probably realized how likely it was for the police to check the warehouse. I picked this location as a decoy. I just attempted to access the server of the security firm that controls the area. However, there's no record of any new issues being found with this particular warehouse, nor is there record of them taking temporary custody over it. Seems likely that the security personnel that informed you of the supposed issue was an imposter. I can't believe they managed to pull one over on me with such a simple disguise. I feel so foolish. Well, kinda sounds like something about him stood out to you. Well, you see, I couldn't help but notice his hair was a rather striking shade of green. Gave me a bit of a startle, honestly. I have the first Crossbow game on PS, but I haven't touched it yet. Ah. Also, like, the Crossbow games, I think, are some of my favorite Trails games, just in totality. Like, Azure is, I think, the single best story of all the Trails games I have played so far. Like, I think it would take it would be a monumental task for something to be able to top Osher for me. Sky and P3-4 taught me English back in the day. I had major problems with it, but now feels native to understand. Hell yeah. That's what anime games can do for you. If only I could do the same with Japanese. There's just that level of fear of playing a game in a language I don't understand. And it's like, need to get over it, but the fear. I want to comprehend everything immediately as I see it, but I won't if I play the game. But also, I'll never get there if I don't. It's like, oh, son of a bitch. Why couldn't I have been born in a country where multilingualism was normal? Green air, huh? That means it'll stand out in the crowd. Alright, looks like the thief brought the chariot to the harbor in this truck and then transferred it to some other vehicle. But I'm too dumb to even try to learn Japanese from stuff like anime. I mean, learning it directly from anime is a good tool, but it's not like the main source of learning that you should probably be doing. There are, like, I think better ways, and there are probably better programs for it. But yeah. Let me ask you, if I call you a baka, do you know what I'm calling you? Boom, you understand Japanese. That's like 80% of the Japanese vernacular, just calling people baka, right? Like, matter of fact, it makes it hard to learn any other. Like, yeah. You can throw the chariot to the harbor in this truck and then transfer it to some other vehicle. Whether there was another truck or boat remains to be seen, though. Let's ask around and see if we can pick up their trail. Yeah, where are you, fellas? Oh, yeah, I already opened that one. I want some. Oh, there we go. Oink. Going this way.
So that's Marduk.
So that's Marduk, huh? Yeah, getting that one. You can't stop me. Hello there, fellow. Shipping worker.
Got a question for you.
Suspicious heavy cargo, huh? No, I haven't taken on anything like that myself. Well, actually, might not be related, but this morning someone I've never seen before came in to charter a boat. Oh yeah? Mind telling us what they look like? What type of boat did they rent? Well, they were a man, middle-aged Navy type, with a little bit of a beard. Think he said he was an officer? No, lieutenant colonel. Thought it was a bit odd for someone from the Navy to be renting a civilian boat, but I didn't really think much of it. I mean, we get all kinds. Still, it's not every day you see people renting an orbital sail with a small barge attached. An orbital sail? Those are vessels with orbital engines that propel them more easily than a regular sailboat. Those engines are only auxiliary, however, as they don't provide much in the way of horsepower. That being said, if the barge is small enough to carry a single vehicle, the engine may just be sufficient enough to tow it. I hate English class because they always said, if you have trouble spelling something, sound it out. I can't do that. I can't even say it correctly 99%. Yeah. Yeah, that is an issue. Also, it doesn't help that a lot of English words, sounding it out doesn't necessarily help, because they might be borrowed from a different language, where the rules don't apply. This Navy guy sounds like he's our target. The boat already leave? I mean, it's a generally good piece of advice, but it's not nearly as a good piece of advice as we'd like it to be. But it'll get you there, like, let's say 70% of the time. And the other 30% is usually someone nearby saying, did you just say it like this? I think it's just four languages wearing a trench cap. Thank you, history of Europe, for creating English the way it is. Boat already leave? Yeah, yes, I'd better take my eyes off them for a second before they were gone. Sounds like there was more going on here than I thought. Should I not have rented out the equipment? Nah, you got nothing to worry about. Anyway, I think we got a pretty good idea of the scale of the scheme now. Let's find a place where we can sort through everything we've learned so far. Okay. At least now we know the entire sequence of events. So, to sum it up, we have people believed to be the culprits bringing a truck to the theater, moving it to the warehouse, and then renting a boat with a barge. Here, I want to learn German. At every location, they were disguised to look like someone who could feasibly have business there. But we were given two descriptions: a young guy with green hair dressed like a security guard, and a middle-aged Navy officer. We don't know what the guy pretending to be a Red Star employee looked like, but do you think they were all different people in disguise? I have heard there's a phantom thief capable of mimicking the likenesses of various people, and by himself no less. Although he seems to be an isolated case, we should be careful not to discount the possibility that this is the work of a single individual. It's true. I feel like it would have had to have been done by multiple people. Right? Because the timetable of it, right? A person to bring the truck, get the car, drive the car into the truck, drive the truck to the warehouse, convince, like, the guy, put the truck in the warehouse, take the car out of the warehouse, over to the barge, get, like you feasibly could be one guy. But, like, that's a lot of steps to be done by the person. I mean, true. I wish I could go back. I mean, like, it feels like a thing where it would be multiple people. I mean, fuck, I can just reload anyway. I've got a feeling we're dealing with multiple culprits here. I mean, if it was really just one guy, there wouldn't be any point in making it all so complicated, right? They're probably only handing off the car to one another in disguise so they would be harder to track down. It is multiple, yeah. Makes sense to me. So, who's behind it? You haven't figured everything out already, have you? Well, first people who come to mind are Mafia looking to get hit on Hayaway, one of Red Star's rivals, a small group of amateur thieves. The Mafia looking to get a hit on Hayaway. So, because there's actually halfway decent logic to all of these, and it makes me think that maybe I should have read one of the newspapers. Because the Mafia looking to get a hit on Heiwei. We haven't really heard about the Mafia doing much, but they have stated that Heiwei is just kind of showing off how rich and powerful they are by, like, souping up the car, right, and paying for it. But it's also potentially one of Red Star's rivals who's trying to make it for a bad investment, right? Because there's significant loss to be had. But additionally, they said, yeah, you can get a massive amount of profit from this because it usually auctions at higher than the 30 million Mira price tag, and a small group of thieves would be able to benefit from this immensely. Now, the thing here is they say amateur thieves, and I'm not sure how well I like them using amateur thieves. It makes sense, right? However, because I feel like the Red Star rival one is slightly less likely, given that it's not like there was any competition to be the chariot, right? The chariot. Is Bro still mad Walter threw his car? He 100% is. Right? Like, it's not like the business rivalry has not been presented as a major aspect. That's me extrapolating from the idea that Red Star is putting a lot on the line for this. But it doesn't necessarily mean that one of the rivals is doing something. So I'm putting that lowest priority. Wouldn't you be mad? Yeah, I'd be mad if someone threw my car. The Mafia looking to get a hit on Heiwei is another extrapolation, right? Because as we said, Heiwei is doing this to show off. However, he would be impressed. I mean, he would be impressed, but I'd still be pissed. However, it's not like they've presented any reason to suspect, any suspect for it, right? And also, the Mafia isn't too big in Longport in general because Heiwei has such a strong stranglehold on it. Additionally, with Almada gone, there's not really a major Mafia power. There's a vacuum from them still. But the vacuum's not too big given Heiwei. So, I'd be impressed until I think about how the fuck will I get to work now, right? So I am willing to bet that it is a small group of amateur thieves. And amateur is just kind of the term that they're using, less to say that they're new at the game, but I'm willing to bet that it's the amateur thieves. They're using amateur because the guy said, oh yeah, I was surprised. The security guy surprised me because he had striking green hair as though it were dyed, right? Like you're just a low time crook, right? Who doesn't know how to really blend in. Hey, Bison, how's it going? It's going well, Keeve. How about you? I'm doing some detective work right now. So, I'm going to go with amateur thieves. I'm thinking it might just be a small group of amateur thieves. If a bigger organization was involved, they would have put together a plan with a higher chance of success. These guys prepped the warehouse and boat right before committing the crime, which makes me think there wasn't a whole lot of brain power involved. I mean, regardless of speculation, though, they did still manage to get away with it. Nice job. Look, it's the Bison brain. My bovine brain is throbbing. I agree. Looking at their plan, it seems a bit rushed and simplistic. It was put together very haphazardly. They seem to have only succeeded by being well coordinated and light on their feet. Finally made to the finale, only one more fight left. Nice! Hell yeah. No spoilers. I must say, it also seems unlikely that the visit from the Revenue Service had anything to do with them. Yeah, that was a little too convenient for my liking, but probably it's not as relevant as we thought. Let's go back over what we know about these guys again. They're capable of rudimentary disguise, trust each other, operate as a small unit, and work fast. You guys also remember a certain threesome that fit that bill? Threesome? Oh, you mean those guys we dealt with in Tharbad last year? Yeah, those guys! Those fuckers! The Devancy brothers. This incident certainly does seem to fit their MO. Certain red-haired Park Korean man went and said, oh yeah, it's big brain time. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's big brain time. God, can I even get down to the register of Markiplier? Like, the blacksmith. Oh yeah, it's big brain time. Like, his voice is so deep. I don't think many people. Yeah, it's a really good voice. Like, I'm honestly surprised that he hasn't, like, just because of how, like, YouTube famous he is and, like, pretty well known, gotten, like, any voice acting gigs or something. Just for, like, even shits and giggles. Just like, yeah, offer it to him, see if he'll take it. And according to a recent search, it seems they managed to break out of jail just a few weeks ago. It's still unclear how they escaped, but it's likely they had outside assistance. And that settles that. All we've got to do now is hunt them down. You know where they went, don't you? Yeah, they must have taken the Dragon Chariot to an offshore smuggling vessel, Heilong Chenjai, the Eroded Cave. Ooh. Fuck. See, this one's actually kind of difficult. Right, because they said they have a boat. Wait, they got a barge with just enough power to move the car. You don't have a few. I know the old say. He has done that. So true. Because they got a barge with just enough power to move the car. They didn't really say to where. Now, if we're, because here's the thing, right? I feel like it's not the Eroded Cave, right? Because the Eroded Cave probably still has Heiwei members there acting as, like, tourist services. So they wouldn't want to go there. And it's also a cave with monsters. And the car might get destroyed and ruin the value. Heilong Chenjai also has monsters, but at least it's like a abandoned city that, like, everyone wants to stay away from, right? That's kind of like the superstition in town. Don't go there. And it makes me wonder if that would be the perfect place to hide a car like this. And we haven't heard about there being any suspicious boats or whatnot, right? Because the only boat mentioned was the barge. So my instinct is Heilong Chenjai, because there's buildings there to at least protect the vehicle from the elements. It's abandoned, so they could have, like, an auction there, like an illegal auction. And there's no Heiwei presence for them to get caught. Additionally, if we're playing metagame here, I don't think we would chase them to an offshore smuggling vessel and have an entirely unique asset pack, whereas Heilong Chenjai already exists and they can just let us go there. Nothing about it. He has done voice acting since he has done shows and stuff. Okay. Were any of them, like, animated? So let's do Heilong Chenjai. Heilong Chenjai. Most people tend to keep their distance from the place, but it's just close enough to get to with an orbital sail. Shit, that's the last place I wanted to go to. Makes sense, though. There's a reason Almada used it for their hideout. Practically screams, "Hey, hide your stolen shit here, dude." But what do you think they're doing with it all the way over there? If they wanted to sell it off, they'd have to load it up again and take it somewhere else, wouldn't they? That's why I thought Heilong Chenjai gave off more of a stench than the Eroded Cave. It's not easy to tell just by looking at a map. But on the east side of Heilong Chenjai, there's a small path that links back to the main highway. There is? I mean, the place was used for mining, after all. Makes sense that they'd have a few roads for transportation. Gotta be long abandoned by now, though. If they disguised the Dragon Chariot somehow while they have it on Heilong Chenjai, they would have no issue taking it to land from there. It's pretty much the long and short of it, yeah. Damn, sure picked a hell of a target right after getting out of the slammer. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's get our asses over to Heilong Chenjai. Who over at the Eastern Corridor Wharf should be able to hook us up with a boat. Fucking look at me. All that for 2 SP? But I made 3 choices. What the fuck? Did I get one? No, I got them all right. That should be 3 SP. 1 SP for each of the options. You see it on YouTube where you have to choose different choices. Okay. Yeah, I remember those. Like, isn't it like one of them like Markiplier in space or something? Ew. Dude, ball is life, bro.
Let's do this.
B-ball is the way of life. Awesome, that's what I'm talking about. Can only do it on normally and easy. Ball is life, bro. Aw, dude.
Yeah. Score.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh yeah, bro. Bro.
That's it.
Fucking swoosh. Oh no. No.
Nice moves.
Yeah. Fuck. Jumped too early. You suck, bro. You suck, guest. Ball is life, bro. That was a miss. Ball is life, bro.
That's it.
Ball is life, bro.
Score.
Ball is life.
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Ball's life.
Nice move.
Ball's life. You suck.
Didn't stand a chance.
It's the way of life. Basket, 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 basket. It's the way of life. Basket, 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 basket.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get over to, what is it? The first ward?
Let's be on our way.
6-0, them damn dude that sucked. Dude, that guy sucks at basketball. Yeah, running down the main street,
This must be the
getting to a boat.
last year's
I'm
show.
gonna go to a boat. Hell yeah. Go to Heilong Chenchai. Van and the others, in an effort to track down the dragon chariot, decided to once again travel to Heilong Chenchai. Soon thereafter. Whoa, look at that, guys. Marble sail on a barge. I knew it. It seemed to be just as you surmised, Mr. Arkride. I wonder if when one of the newspaper, I want to check the Tyrell Times now to see if they mentioned the Delancey brothers escaping. Probably wouldn't have taken the chariot too far, but we'll find them pretty close by. Just be careful going forward. Tamam, got it, understood. Okay, let's go check that because I am curious now. Is it to do? No, it's under notes. That's it. Tile Times issue politic. Compromise regarding tariffs. Oh, fucking tariffs! Don't get me started. Culture, artist, performing arts, business. No, you didn't mention it. You're worthless. Not sure how they got the car up them stairs though. You know, it's fine. They brought a ramp. Okay. I'm going to take a little break here because we've been going for over an hour. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay, and we're back. So let's get on in here. We finally... Ooh, wait. You just realized that because I changed Fairy's stuff, her health is a wee bit low. But luckily, I can just use my reserve members right now to heal, which is kind of crazy. Okay, and also I have EP charges for days. There we go. All filled up. Do also still have cooking that I should probably just down some of them. Because we are getting up there. That's A-res. That's res. What's the difference between A-res and res? Is res not already archer resist? Oh, time to make Van Fat then, yeah. Okay. That. As okay, need 200. 200 even. There we go. That looks CP plus 12. Shine. Fine.
Love me a sugar rush.
ARS is ailments. I think so. Okay. Good. ATS plus 8. That's nice. Okay, what's the next cooking rank? Gourmet. Strength plus 8. Ooh. Kinda tempted. Kinda tempted. Oh, capture list and ones that you got A rank. Oh, that's actually really nice. See, I guess the only issue that I guess you could have with it, this game doesn't strike me as one where you're able to go back. Like most of the sequel games in Trails are ones where you're able to revisit all the stuff that was usually locked in the first one to one-time visits, but this strikes me as kind of breaking that pattern, where it's like, no, actually, you're also getting one chapter locked, and if you don't get the big catch fish in the chapters, then sorry. Naval officer, nice work out there, brothers. If we manage to get this thing's bits and bops on the black market, our mirror woes will be ancient history. Before you know it, we'll be out of Calvert and making a name for ourselves in a whole new part of the world. We could never have done it without your foolproof plans, big bro. Who else would have thought to get somebody to meddle with the revenue service? Nobody! That's who! Alright, that's enough praise for me. Besides, you guys played your parts to a T as well. I must say, your disguises have gotten pretty convincing lately. Still, I think one of us really ought to consider changing his hair color next time. Hey, the hair's what makes me me. No way I'm getting rid of it anytime soon. Well, whatever. We should be proud of this one, boys. The bonds of brotherhood have secured us yet another victory. The IRS has broken into this reality for your taxes. What say we crack open a bottle and have a toast? We deserve a little reward, don't you think? We can always just slip out the abandoned pathway tomorrow. Well, ain't that sweet? Brotherly love sure is a beautiful thing, right, Van? No doubt about that. They even let us listen in on their little plan. Nice group of guys, I gotta say. Too bad that's all about all the time you're gonna get to celebrate, though. Hope you losers are ready to be back behind bars. If your bonds run so deep, then why not put all that energy into something that actually helps others for once? I'm afraid we have you cornered, Devancy brothers. Turn yourselves in, and we promise to do you no harm. What are you doing here? Actually, haven't I seen you somewhere before? They're the guys that foiled our plans back in Tharbad. The Sprigging? Ugh. Why'd it have to be you again? Hey, I'm not all that thrilled around to you crooks either. You boys are at the end of your rope. Speaking of rope, how about you all stand still so we can tie you three up? What? You really think we're just gonna back down now? You've meddled in our plans for the last time, Spriggan. You're toast. Don't go getting all cocky just because you took us down once before. We'll give you a real run for your money this time. With me, brothers! You got it. Wait, no, I'm wrong. A-res is magical damage, so it decreases A-res... Wait, so if you increase A-res, it increases magical damage? Okay.
Destroy them! You're freaking dead!
That's Anna said.
Let's play.
Fine. Hard slash. Ow, buh. Dick? Okay, I'm gonna put Cobalt Curtain on first. Just as the safety. Oh, buh. It's not cool. Stop doing that. It's not cool. Now hate me. I'm over here. Damage down, delay. Okay. So we're going to do this. And we're going to start doing this.
Going all in.
Good. City array. Delay all of you. Areas up means the sicker takes less damage. Okay. So it is just what normal res I thought did.
Activating skill.
Yes.
Here I go.
Arc feather.
Now's your chance for a shot boost.
Let's party!
All right. Loading complete. Mr. Arkwright.
Oh my god. Now you can have a double motor boot. No, we're gonna defend
Perfect chance.
for no other reason than I want to let the clone be the one to take him out. There we go. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's no res. Just going. Wait, no res. Wait, so what? Wait, so I thought res was specifically for physical. So what's the difference between regular defense and res? Because now I'm getting so confused in these stats where they're using very similar names that are seemingly interchangeable, like agility and evasion. Can't believe we lost to these bastards again. I swear on my soul this won't be the last you hear of the Devancy brothers. Yeah, we always bounce back. You just wait until we get out of prison. You'll get what's coming to you eventually. You're gonna live to regret ever messing with us, Spriggin. Maybe you guys could just learn your lesson and stop thieving already? You can act tough all you like, but that's about the least scary thing I've heard all week. Well, that takes care of these idiots. I'm just worried about the car. Is it okay? It would seem so. Nothing more than a few minor abrasions. I think we can return to our client as is. At least the barge will make it getting back to Longport a little easier. Right. Let's bring it back to the theater. Huh? What's wrong, Van? I'm just remembering something they mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, you're gonna get any more out of me. You guys said something about getting somebody to meddle with the revenue service, didn't you? So the auditing was part of your little heist after all. Oh yeah. The timing was certainly suspect. Oh, was that all? Fine. If you want to know who our partner in crime is, I'll tell you. The truth is, I don't actually know the name. What? I thought you guys were all buddy-buddy. Yeah, I was thinking you had a connection to some big hotshot. Well, I guess I don't mind spilling a few secrets. See, we got word from someone using a pseudonym that they wanted us to help out. The only condition was that we had to cause some kind of uproar in Longport, and it had to be today. Said they'd even lay all the groundwork. Wow, you sure know how to pick 'em. Look at you, all using strangers to your advantage. Nice going, bro. What is with these guys? For real. I think they'd be more angry about the whole being used as pawns thing. Someone's been trying to stir things up in Longport. I bet it's whoever betrayed the Liu family. It makes sense if they were the ones pulling the strings here too. Anyway, before we return the Dragon Chariot, come on, speak clearly, Bison. We better decide what we're going to do with these guys. It'd probably just put even more stress on Haley if we tried to push them off on them. So let's try and go with something else. Let's see. Guild, police, Marduk Company. I feel like Marduk Company is so mean. I mean, fuck it. We'll give them to the guild. Not only are they prison escapees, but they also stole from a business. If anything, we should probably hand them over to the police, but I'll be honest, I'm tempted to turn them over to the guild instead. Why do you say that? Not sure if we can trust the police right now? Exactly. Bonlu getting arrested, it's possible whoever set him up has a plant in the Longport Police Department. Even though we don't know for sure, it would be risky to trust them with these guys. That's true. In worst case scenario, us turning them in may be used against us. Why I'm seeing your defense and ADF is add to your res and A-res, while res and A-res is the number the game used to calculate how much you... Okay. So basically hard number increase or calculation number increase. Okay, okay. That makes it a little bit easier to understand. So just to be on the safe side, we should try our best to avoid the police for now. Even if the guild has some restrictions, it'd be a lot better than handing them over to someone who might actively try to hinder us. And so, thanks to Van and crew, the Devancy brothers were captured once again. The case now closed, the Dragon Chariot was soon returned to the theater where it would await its new owner. God, it's so, it's obnoxiously gaudy. Thank you so much for all you've done. I'm so glad we were able to get the chariot back in one piece. We don't need to worry about the Red Star's reputation taking a plummet either. Yes, now that we have the car back, tonight's auction should be able to proceed as planned. Thank you all. I hope you know how truly grateful we are. It was no biggie. I just did what any fellow car lover would do. I think it's time you got a new hobby, old man. I'm real glad it all worked out. I'm sure this car means a lot to the people of Longport. It does indeed. Times like these, that's all the more reason for us to upkeep the tradition. Hopefully it'll help to bring back a sense of normalcy. Make sure the reward is posted to your account right away. Thank you again for all you've done. Sure thing. There's no sweat. Just remember to keep your eyes peeled in the future, yeah? Don't want anyone getting the drop on you again.
That takes care of that.
Missing Dragon Chariot.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Only 4,000 mirror for bringing back a thing that was fucking plated in gold? Bro, what the hell, man? Couldn't give me a slightly better reward? I get it. Fucking pieces of shit.
Let's do this.
Maybe I should have taken pieces off that car before I brought it back. Be like, oh, sorry, it fell in the ocean. Thought it was that edible gold leaf. Van ate it. Or SBG on the bulletin board. The Great Longport Cook-Off. Every year, all the restaurants in Longport hold a competition to judge who can prepare the best dish. However, with things being as they are lately, we need a bit of a helping hand in getting everything set up. If you're willing to pitch in, please meet me at my restaurant. I'll give you the details there. Nation. See, usually these cooking ones are bring the number of recipes you know, but this game doesn't work that way. This one might just be like a bring ingredients kind of thing.
Welcome to Laifu Fondian.
Laifu Fondian. What's up, girl? Wanna go get, sweaty behind that wall over there? Also, I was looking stuff up. I also found what temper, vigor, and straight does. Doesn't straight increase evasion? And doesn't temper increase attack?
What can I get for you?
Laifu Zholong Pao! Nope,
Thanks a
okay.
bunch.
Hit me. What do they all do? Dig, you're the one that put out the 4SPG? Something about trouble with the cooking competition, was it? Oh, you were here yesterday. Didn't realize you were a Spriggan. I see you brought the prodigy along as well. It's nice to meet you, Aaron. Yeah, I just happened to work part-time for the guy. Anyway, I've heard a good bit about you too, Mei Shen. Word around town was that a really skilled lady took over this place 2 years ago. Even managed to brush off pressure from the Lai family. Increases damage, the lower the character's HP is up to 100% at 1% HP. So that's temp. Okay, so temper is risk-reward strat. Which okay, makes sense. You're doing red tier stone ring kind of strats. That's a Dark Souls reference. Really? That's so cool. That's because my big sister's a Teiji Chushi. Oh, I've heard that's the highest rank a chef of Eastern cuisine can reach. Chan-chan, you always make such a fuss over nothing. You know how I feel about all those big titles. I actually think I've been here before. I remember there was an old man running the place back then. Told me his eldest daughter was in training over at the restaurant in Kowloon Hotel. Well, Vigor is the other way. Temper increases damage by 25% per turn. It's on until 100% on. Ah, okay. Interesting. Guessing you're the daughter he was talking about? Your old man must be proud. Now there's some praise I do like to hear. Would you mind if we got back to the matter of my request, though? By all means. But I admit, this cooking competition doesn't sound like the kind of thing you'll need a Spriggan for. The Great Longport Cook-Off, right? All the restaurants in the area are free to participate. I've been to a few times myself. I was actually planning on going to this year's competition, too. They made you do more damage, but not the way they do. Yeah. It's like, I know I'm doing more, but I don't know how. With all the trouble around here lately, it'd be nice to have something to lift our spirits and take our mind off of things. There's another side to it too, though. The elders who support each restaurant use it as a competition to maintain their standing. As it stands now, the head chef at Tao Yuan restaurant, which is currently closed, has been invited. So has the new food truck in Newtown. Tao Yuan restaurant. That's the place we were at when we fought the remnants of the Lai family. Actually might change how I will use Van a bit different. Yeah, because he's kind of meant to be low health, right? Because like, you can even tell from his kit, he's meant to be a tank. He's meant to take hits, right? He's not necessarily meant to be an evade tank per se, but it doesn't hurt him necessarily. But he is meant to gain aggro. That is his kit. He fought the remnants of the Lai family. Surprised to hear they'll be participating. Sounds so exciting, especially with so many people involved. Van's the one with temper. Okay. I may have misunderstood the thing. Can you do like 3 messages straight, temper, and the last one? Like straight this, temper the, because I think that's where I'm getting confused. Because you're typing stuff out after I've stated, and then I move on with the conversation after I remember what order I've stated them in. Oh god, itchy right behind the ear. Yeah, there we go. Sounds so exciting, especially with so many people involved. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about it all. You see, the usual event space isn't available this time around, so they asked to hold it here instead. It was supposed to be at the Kowloon Hotel. However, with all the issues that have cropped up recently, I decided to opt out of participating. With me trying to get ready to enter the competition myself, I'm just about at my wit's end. I was hoping that maybe you could help me out a bit. Does that sound like something you could do? Temper. So Van's buffcraft makes him do 25% more damage per turn until 100% on turn 4. Okay. So, with temper, you want to wait before popping your big shit. Right? So you want to pop temper, you want to, pop like aggro things, get everyone to kind of go to him, right? All that other stuff. And then on like turn 3, turn 4, that's when you want to pop like big moves and S-craft, right? You don't want to temper up and then immediately S-craft. That's something you could do. Let me think. Except it's all law. Probably get me to law 4. All right, we'll take your case. Saying the whole deal with Heiwei, we're probably the best people for the job anyway. Oh, you're a lifesaver. I really have to put my all into this year's competition. Could you explain a bit more about what you'd like us to help you with? Of course. Well, firstly, with the Liu family's trading business having gone under, several places have been unable to stock enough imported ingredients. From what I've heard, Guaha Fondian and Huron have been hit the worst. Battalion Restaurant and that food truck in Newtown have apparently been just fine. Actually, Meng Xiao's food truck seems to be doing more than fine. I knew I could count on you, Tianchan. Thanks for looking into it for me. Straight, so Aaron's bookcraft makes him do more damage, the lower percent of his HP, until 100 at 1%. Okay, so you want Aaron to get low on HP. Which makes sense because the move that gives it to him uses a chunk of HP. As for our place, I believe we have what we need for the time being. However, if at all possible, there is one thing I was hoping you might find for me. No? And what would that be? It's a slightly unusual type of Laoju by the name of Changfeng Kwang. Changfeng Kwang. The person who ran the brewery passed away a while ago, and they closed down not long after. It's become quite a collector's item. I'm not sure how many bottles of it are even left now, but I just know it would make perfect for the dish I'm planning to make. And Vigor, not sure who has it, makes a character do more damage the more percent of HP they have until 100% at 100. Okay, so you want Vigor on high health. Interesting. Okay, got it. We'll see if we can manage it. Thank you. If it ends up costing anything, I'll take care of the fees. So please feel free to tell them to put it on my tab. And even if we can't find it, I can still make do, so try not to worry too much. Okay. Gotta make it sound like there are more issues than just not having enough ingredients, though. Well, it's a bit hard to explain, but it almost seems like there's someone trying to sabotage the competition. In fact, just this morning I found some of the cooking wine in our pantry smashed to pieces. Wouldn't be surprised Italian's head chef was behind it all. Guess we better go see what the other participants have to say. I'll give us some insight into who done it. Insight into who done it. I feel like who done it should only be like dashed like that when you're talking about like the noun of like a whodunit, right? This is a whodunit story, right? A situation, a whodunit situation. Whereas if you're saying like, give us insight into whodunit, it's kind of like a weird, just not proper English, right? It's like, oh, into who did it. Vigor shade based on percent of HP, not its exact value. Okay. Can you get vigor and shade on one person at the same time to just cancel each other out? Supply issues. We really appreciate it. Please let me know if you find anything.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Great long pour cook-off.
Holy cow!
Holy cow. We've christened this beef. Okay. Could really go for a hot bath. I was so tempted to drop by here yesterday after we wrapped up work. Yeah, but we didn't have time. Even if we did, I doubt we would have been in the mood for it. So for a shower at the hotel, but didn't get rid of the fatigue. Heck, I'm still kind of worn out. Yes, I am blaming on who has vigor. Yeah, me too. I feel like it's Jin? Zin? I feel like Zin has it. Heck, I'm still kind of worn out. In that case, how about we make a quick stop? I believe a change of pace could do us all some good. The maid's encouraging us to slack off? Damn, Al Gehenna must have broke loose when I wasn't looking.
You're really giving off 40-year-old man vibes right now. You sure you're 25?
Can it with the old man bit for a second, will ya? Let me enjoy this. And don't forget that you're gonna be 25 in 5 or so years too. When people start calling you old, I'll be the one having the last laugh.
People calling people that are 25 old is already weird. Who does that? No one calls people that are 25 old. 25 is so young.
Nah, I'm gonna be young at heart for life. Just you wait. Even at 50, I'm gonna be cast in loads of female theater roles. My seduction act's leveled up since our long night trip, you know. See?
See?
Oh, for the love of Adios. You're such a damn brat, you know that? Oh well. I can endure your shenanigans when I'm here. This is the epitome of relaxation. Even you seem to have loosened up a bit too.
Oh, you found it. It's Burgard. Okay.
Someone harmed your family. I know for sure that you're pissed, as you should be. But you haven't gone rushing off on your own, which is exactly what the Aaron of last year would have done. That's a sure sign that you're growing up.
Don't act like you can see right through me.
I'm not acting, because I can.
I've just learned that there's only so much I can do alone. I pounded that lesson into my head.
That's a fuck fear. Yeah. It's really good stats to
I'm not
inflict.
relying on you,
Or
Fairy,
nightmares.
or anyone else. I'm just not turning down hands when they're outstretched. If I'm gonna fend off the thing that's inside me, and if I want to prove that I'm different from him, I need to accept help from others. And you've been thinking the exact same thing. After all, you did just say you'll be laughing at me in 5 or so years. You're actually thinking about the future. That's a sure sign you're growing up.
Way to throw my words back in my face.
Sucks to have on this. True.
You're right, though. In that way, we're in the same boat. We really ought to pull ourselves together, don't you think?
Hey! Hands off the hair!
We've both got demons inside of us. We're both edgy.
This is a nice treat. It's not often that you and I get to share a bath together.
Oh, you can't see the joints. Actually, no, you can just barely make out the neck joint. No, they are vaguely there, I think. Unless those are just the armpits, which they might be. But no, the neck one, you can definitely see the line. It's very, very thin.
I suppose you aren't wrong. Although, I have accompanied you a number of times at one of the public baths in the capital. By the way, I noticed you've grown a little since our stay in Longline.
You're taller. Yeah, that's also why she is the best.
You think so? I can't really tell myself.
Well, you're almost 14 now, so I would expect a growth spurt or two in the coming years.
Hey guys, when we get to the next arc, it's going to be Fairy that's gotten bigger.
Bear in mind, though, that even with an organic body, you will not grow much once you've reached adulthood.
Is that really how it works? Huh. I wonder if I'll find the answer I'm looking for by then.
Is something on your mind?
Oh, it's nothing. Just spaced out for a sec. Hey, Rosette? I need your advice on something. How can I,
Of course.
become like you and Agnes? What do I have to do?
You have to become good at secretarial work.
Seems she is coming into her womanhood.
Yeah, no, she will have big humongo gongus.
All right, I think I'm ready to hop into the sauna. Time for my revenge. You're not beating me this time.
Yeah, I'm forever appetite.
Can we not? I'm so sick of these dumbass endurance contests. I've told you, saunas are a sacred...
Aw, don't tell me you're leaving already.
Is Shizuna fucking in the dude's bath? Yo! Yeah. Yes! That's the best. That is so good. She gives no shits. She's like, nah, dude, I'm hanging with the bros. You know, just one of the guys just chilling. That's awesome. Holy fuck. I was not expecting that. That is great. That means she was either in there when they got in there and she hid her presence well enough that they didn't notice, or she got in the water completely silently. Like, both are impressive. Hell yeah, she's fucking sick.
What are you doing here?
Go for number 2, yeah.
Oh, you know, I heard you guys were in here and thought it'd be fun to hang.
Yeah.
So here I am.
So the second one, silver-haired woman, but just say Shizuna. Yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to hang out with you guys. It's fine, you know. Balls out, you know, there's a...
What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
They can hear. They're like, wait a second. Yes. Shizuna Rem Mitsurugi. Dude, 2 best girls in 1 chapter?
Oh,
That's pretty...
so mixed baths aren't a thing here? That's weird.
Nah, damn. Okay. Fucking didn't realize that. Fucking weird.
Oh well, at least it was only Van and Aaron, so it's no biggie.
Yeah, it's fine. How's that supposed to mean? You know, like balls out, but you don't have. I do. They're just in a different place. True. Or better yet, you know, like balls out, but you don't have. Oh, I do. I have many men by the balls. Their balls are mine. I have staked claim. Yes, I had heard mixed baths were a custom of the Far East. Men and women who've never met before sharing a bath? That kind of thing would never happen in the Central East. Didn't the person at the front desk try to stop you? Nah, I was in stealth mode. I totally forgot to turn off my camouflage when I came into town. I have no words. Anywho, this almond ice cream is amazing! It's just the thing I needed after that hot bath. I have many balls. Want to see mine collection? You're what? And then just a stream of men file in legs splayed. Look, my collection. I took your recommendation. And I'm glad you liked it. Don't you just love that almond jelly flavor and that exquisite velvety sensation in your mouth? It's the quintessential dessert of the Eastern Quarter. If you don't get a taste of this every chance you get, then what are you even living for? There he goes again. You know, with your dumb sweets rant? Great. Now let's actually talk about shit that's actually important. Hey, they're important to me. Now then, we have a few questions for you. Chief among them being, what brings Ikaruga's second in command to Longport? You're not in your usual combat attire. What's with the wardrobe change? Oh, this? I spotted it in one of the shops and thought, ooh, I have to have that. Though, I really don't know much about Western-style clothing or fashion. Does it look weird on me? No, I think it suits you. Well, I guess it's true that you don't stick out as much in this compared to that battlesuit. But that's neither here nor there. Aw, why are you so tense? I'm not here to fight, I swear. This meeting was a total coincidence. Yeah, I won't lie, I ship Van Shizen just because I find it. I mean, they are funny together. They are very funny. Things have died down with my main gig, so I thought I'd take some time off. I mean, on vacation. Well, except for me picking up the occasional odd job here and there. Girl needs spending money. Look at you going through life without a single care in the world. That odd job bit is suspicious enough on its own, but I couldn't help but wonder what that main gig could be. Does that mean that whatever they were up to in Longley is finished? God, I fucking love using this design. Such a good design. It's an interesting, also very scary couple. Like, I feel like she's the kind of person to be like, yo, Van, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Let the demon take control. I want to fight it. He'd be like, what? Hear me out. I just said what I wanted to say. There's nothing more to say. Just let it happen. I can take it. I can do it. I'm built different. She for sure would wear the pants. Oh, 100%. There's some things in life you're better off not asking about. Fair enough. Hey, did you just read my mind again? Stop that! You're truly an enigmatic figure. Anyway, I just came to this town on a whim. It's a good thing I did too. Things are getting pretty interesting around here. Word is that there's been some faction disputes within Hayway. This whole place is like a powder keg set to blow. Your concept of interesting is pretty screwed up. You realize that, right? What, you get your sick kicks from watching people suffer? Well, when you put it like that, it makes me sound pretty heartless, huh? Nah, honestly, I'm mostly just interested in that foremost fighter person. Right, we heard about him from Jack yesterday. He hasn't made any moves yet. At least none that we've heard of. Not to change the topic, but do you mind if I ask you something? You know any good sightseeing spots here? Maybe some fun activities? Huh? Well, that was random. Thanks to everything going on behind the scenes, most of all the tourist attractions are closed. I really wanted to do the eroded cave tour, but no dice. Oh yeah, we did that last year as part of Ashen's request. Yeah, with the battle tourist guide. Attractions run by Hayway. I think about it, I don't think they've done any tours since the beginning of the year. Is it possible that they're closed for the winter season? No, they're supposed to be running them year-round. Got a feeling people will mostly ship her and Reen, but I'll always ship Reen and Fee and won't ever change no matter. I feel like I actually wouldn't want to ship Reen. Well, I mean, I'm also a Toa stan, but I mean, like, come on, let's be real here. I feel like I wouldn't ship them just because it's like, I don't know, two like similar blade styles, like 8-leaf blade styles. It's like, you know, it's a little too close. Like, they both had kind of the same mass. It's just a little bit weird. It's just a wee bit weird. And also, like, she's not also just has already styled on Reen, right? In the Reverie story, right, where he came to the hot spring town, she just fucking cut his sword in half before he even like fucking knew what was going on. It's like, God, that for sure would be very OP and scary. True. No, you know who's getting with Shuzna? Fucking Elliot. Out of nowhere. the wild card. It's supposed to be running them around. Anyway, we didn't come here to be your personal tour guide. If you want one, go ask someone else. Wow, so cold. You got a block of ice for a heart or something? Let's be honest, she would fight Reen in his match. Oh yeah, she would. And the thing is, she might win too. Like, anytime they introduce like, oh damn, this person's strong, it's just like, okay, I want to see her fight Le Guin. I want to see her fight Aurelia Le Guin. I feel like that would be sick. And probably would win, yeah. Because it's like, okay, right now, canonically, the strongest individual that we know of, combat-wise, outside of McBurn, is Aurelia Le Guin, right? They have basically stated she is the strongest singular person. So she has a very good chance. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, but now you rush Shizuna in. And Shizuna is able to do crazy shit. Like, oh yeah, I could just like copy Reen's power mode after seeing it once. I wanted to try it out. I'm able to do it now. Like, I feel like there's a non-zero chance she could somehow like just manifest through sheer willpower like a fake stigma. Be like, huh, that's neat. I want one too. It won't be a for sure win, but a good chance, yeah. Or she'd be like, I want one. I'm gonna go get one. And then go fucking hunt down a Dominion. And be like, you're gonna give it to me. I'm gonna force it out of you. Block of ice. Well, better get back to work. Got another one of those odd jobs to do. Good luck with whatever you're up to. I have a feeling we'll be bumping into each other again real soon. No, come back. Crazy lady's taking a real shine to us, huh? Ugh, she'd be so much less of a hassle to deal with if she was just some battle crazy idiot. And here I thought this would be a good chance to relax and unwind. I feel even more exhausted than before. Same. I wonder what her odd job entails exactly. Who knows? We're just racking our brains over it.
What a nice bath.
Okay, so that didn't count as a bath.
Feel free to
100. Well, your stigma. Oh, what? No. Plus, that's well, too late. I already have it now. Turns on you in 5
The
days.
steam feels quite pleasant. I feel fully refreshed
There
after
we
that.
go.
stay warm out there.
Cool.
You hear?
Good. Gotta get it. Bam.
Nice bath.
What a nice bath. Hello there. Do we see your info? Oh yeah, 100%. Like that's I feel like one of the most annoying parts about a lot of Trails fights. Yeah, in a cutscene, yeah. Like most character v character cutscene Trails fights end in a draw unless it's not even close, right? Like we've seen some losses, right? Where it's like, oh, fucking, oh god, I am having a brain cramp. Red hair boy, Trails in the Sky with Tita, Agate, right? When Agate fought Louve in like on the streets, as he was chasing him, he got fucking down. Like he lost 100%. Cassius versus the Night Woman, right? In the training session, obvious loss, right? But anytime they have it's like a ooh, like even they're even slightly close, it's like a ooh, okay. Like it's something always interrupts, or it's like either it could go either way after the cutscene, but we're both really tired and we're not going to continue. It's never like, oh, we are going until one of us fucking drops. We aren't stopping. Do hope we see you. Yeah, it's a draw or a blow. Yeah, like I want Reen and Shizuna to fight, and I want it to have a definitive victor. Right? Would I like it if Reen won? I would prefer him to lose, but I just want it. I want there to be a winner. That's what I desire. Like, I don't want it to be interrupted. I don't want shenanigans. I want it to be like both in peak form, both willing, no outside interference, no odd context that would like put one at a more advantage. Like, I just want 1v1. 1v1 me, bro. Final destination, no items, 3 stock. Let's go. Here's another where Jack says, I respect more than anything. Yeah, like no hold back, right? All tools you. That lady, is she a friend of yours? Nah, but I've heard about her. I think she's a hostess over at Talion Restaurant. I get where you're going with this. Your head chef is supposed to be taking part in the cook-off. Let's go see if she knows something. Well, if it isn't the Prodigy. I take you the Spriggan. Should have figured a hostess for a live family restaurant would be in the know. So, what's the little boy from Lou want with me? Not really a little boy anymore, but whatever. Just got a couple of questions we'd like to ask you. Yeah, promise we're not looking for a fight with the lie. We're just curious about the head chef of the restaurant you work for. We hear you got an invitation to the Great Longport Cook-Off. Oh, so that's what it's about. Yeah, Yonsu's pretty excited about it. The restaurant may be closed for the moment, but he's blocked off an entire section of the kitchen to prepare for the event. God dang, her Bonkonaga hoogs are pretty darn large. Wow, he must be really fired up for it. Well, he takes a lot of pride in being a chef at one of Longport's finest establishments. He was feeling a bit let down by the closure, but this cook-off sure has lit a spark under him. We're on the topic. Do you happen to know if he's run into any issues while preparing for the competition? I don't recall hearing much of anything from him, really. No. But the only thing I can say is that he's been feeling a lot of pressure lately because of everything that's happened with the Lai family. Yeah, it's not a 0% chance for her and Reen to fight. Yeah. I see. That makes sense. We're just doing what we can to support the cook-off, so please tell him to give us a holler if he needs anything. Got it. I'll let him know. Thanks for the offer. I mean, like, let's be real. There's a non-zero chance because fucking Shizuna will fight anyone that she's like, ooh, you seem like you'd be fun. Like, she will just force the fight. She's not really one to take no for an answer in that regard. First ward. She would go to Empire just to fight it. I mean, I feel like she would go to be like, I'm going to fight Aurelia, but Reen, yeah, I've heard about you. I've heard you've gotten better. I've heard you're worth my time now. Oh yeah, aren't you from Tharbad? Hey, aren't you that guy from... Oh, we did 4SPG for you in Tharbad. Yeah, it's him. He's you're the orphan stealer girl. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, that was me, all right. Glad to see you again. Sure haven't changed, although your team does seem a little different this time. Helping me do a restock on some of my supplies. Well, I also wanted to show Sinam around Longport a little bit. It was our first time seeing the world beyond Tharbad. I told you we didn't have to. But I guess these buildings are pretty nice to look at. Feels like we're in some far-off land. You haven't seen nothing yet, kiddo. The food, the drinks, it's like a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Actually, since we're here, why don't we head on over to the theater? Might even be able to catch a show if we're lucky. But it would be more of a question, would she want to fight just Reen or all of Class 7? I feel like... So, Shizna fought all of Arkwright Solutions up on the mountain because she said, you guys need it. That was literally, like, her wording was, you guys need your entire squad to fight me. Like, you guys aren't hot shit. Like, I'm giving you a handicap. However, with the way that Cold Steel hypes up Reen so much, I feel like in canon, in the world, she would want to solo him. Right? Like, I feel like they've hyped him up enough to be beyond the need for the entire Class 7. Or the idea that Class 7 would be too much. It would be overly handicap, right? Because even if Reen has been played up that hard, Crow is also there and he's been played up pretty hard. Laura has been played up pretty hard. Fee's pretty high up there. And then there's Gaius, who has been given stigma buff, right? So you have a bunch of people who have all been, like, put up there to the point where Shizuna might be interested in them. Might not be interested enough to solo, but enough such that, like, I don't think she would want the group. Like, I feel like Reen would be the solo. You agree with that, but I can also see her wanting to put the whole class up just because she wants to see their teamwork. Yeah. Like, there's definitely interest. It could be literally a round robin. Like, okay, first I'm gonna solo Reen, and then all of you guys can fight me at once. It's fine. I can do 2 in a row. I got the stamina. Actually, yeah. It does sound kind of interesting. Wait, no, we came to help Munir shop for supplies. We can do all the sightseeing after we finish work. All right, you got it, boss. How he's so dependable, Sinam. Damn, she's grown up a little. She was just a smart-mouthed shrimp back when we were in Tharbad. Yeah, glad she's doing well. Nice. Yo, what's up? Well, if it isn't Band and Company, how can I help you? Guess you can say she'll have the ninja dude with her against Class 7. Yeah. Nation tells us you're going to be competing in the cooking competition. She'll want us to come check on you. Or it could be like a thing where it's like a ninja dude and some other members from Ikaruga. Hey, fight all Class 7. So she can see how much they struggle against just kind of like her jobbers and be like, okay, yeah, you and you get out of here. You guys ain't like, I'm not fighting you guys. you and you, I will solo each of you individually. You guys are worth it. Okay, I try to spell his name. I forget his name. Nation tells us you're going to be competing in cooking competition. She wants us to come check on you. That girl is such a sweetheart. Always looking out for the others. You could send a thing or two from her, Wuhan. Of course, dear. I'll be sure to do just that. It's Kuro. I believe it's Kurogane. Yeah. Kurogane. Kurogane. Yeah. Should do just that. Anyway, she said you guys were running a little low on some ingredients. Yeah, I was hoping to go with something a bit more expensive for my competing dish. I wanted to get my hands on some fresh red crab, but the seafood traders seem to be out right now. Red crab meat is used quite often in Eastern cuisine, isn't it? I hear it carries a high price tag because it can only be found in very few select locations. In the West, it's also known as carmine crab. Wow, it's a pretty fancy choice for a restaurant like yours. I guess what you're saying is due to the Liu family's trading being frozen, they're in low supply right now. Exactly. There's some other suppliers around here that we're friends with, but they're fresh out too. And to hear them tell it, someone came in and bought out their whole stock. About their whole stock? Maybe that's what Mei Shen meant by sabotage. It's the scene from that movie. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you. Yeah. It's possible. In this case, I think we can help them out if we could just find another way to get some crab. We're looking at supply shortages on our end. If anything else comes up, please let us know. Try and focus on your cooking for the time being. Thank you for your help. It really means a lot to us. Planner launched. Okay, then down to Newtown.
Let's roll, gang.
Going down to Newtown. Going Newtown. Going down to Newtown. Newtown. Okay. Let's. Nope, can't go in there. There we go. Hello, braces. You're welcome. Amazing. So there, braces. I'm here to solve all your problems. Yeah, she also want to fight Evilreen. I mean, yeah, but Evilreen doesn't exist anymore. So, that's good. It's also just alternate timeline Reen. So, you know, he wasn't evil, he was just misunderstood and sad. See. Okay. Damn popular. Step right up, everyone. Don't be shy. Come and taste the next generation of Eastern cuisine. I've prepared plenty, so come and get as many as you like. Yeah, that was an interesting thing there. Yeah. No matter how many I eat, I never get tired of that flavor. I could have this stuff for every meal. Right? It's almost like I find something new to enjoy with every bite. I was licking my lips at the thought of a new dish, but I never thought it'd be this delicious. Just can't stop eating them. Gonna be around for longer. Nah, he gets one game. He gets one game. And it's a damn good game at that. But also, I feel like they didn't want him to stay around for much longer because they didn't want to keep the alternate timeline story path kind of like possible. Because then it would bring up questions of being like, okay, why can't other alternate timeline people be made or happen or like other stuff, right? Just like, no, we have to close this off now. Like we already did something weird by having two endings for CS4 that even creates this situation, making it possible. We need to kind of like tie this up with a bow. CS4 had the subtitle of End of Saga. It was meant to be the end of a saga, but now we have to use Reverie to kind of like actually end it. Doing up here for most of it. Oh, yeah, I mean he is I think in like the last chapter, like the last two chapters basically as like a concept. This stuff might even be better than palatial duck. Looks like the business is booming. This must be the new food truck Mason mentioned. Aw, just looking at it, it's making me hungry. Since we're here and all, do you think maybe we could grab some too? Last time I wanted to try them for myself. Sure, I don't see why not. Sounds like they're not hurting for ingredients though. Maybe they'll have some info for us. And so, Van and the others moved to the back of the line to patiently wait their turn. Luckily, they had avoided coming during the lunch rush. The group only had to wait about 10 minutes before finding themselves at the counter. Welcome, what can I get you today? We take great pride in everything we serve. Not too familiar with this new Eastern cuisine, actually. Got any recommendations? I'd say our most popular dish right now is our Millennium Duck. We use traditional palatial duck as the inspiration for our recipe. But prepping duck takes a lot of work and it can get pretty expensive, right? So after years of hard work and research, we've come up with something even tastier than the original, without having to break the bank. Also, he wasn't in 4, he was in a Reverie. Yeah. but it was the events of 4 that made it happen, right? So by having the alternate timeline in 4 even be a thing, they had to wrap it up in Reverie, unless they wanted to have alternate timeline questions happening later on, which I don't think they did, given that I was like, okay, we need to kind of, we need to settle Erebonia. I misunderstood what you're trying to say. No problems. See, I talk a lot, and this is the thing with, I think, a lot of communication. People say things, and it makes sense to them because it's coming from their brain and their mouth. But it's also their personal logic stream that makes it make sense. It's important to understand that other people are not going to necessarily understand what you are saying perfectly, and why you have to work to think in almost the common logic stream to help get it through, right? So one of the benefits of streaming is that I get live situation like this where you say something, I say something, and you're like, wait a second. And then I go, okay, there's some misunderstanding here. Let me re-explain it in what I meant, or what I thought I stated originally, to make it clear. That way, next time, hopefully, I don't have a similar situation. Also, it's getting warm in here. It's finally not freezing outside. It's above freezing. It's like 40 degrees. You want to be dumb? I don't want. Yeah. No, I've had a real palatial duck over at Kowloon's hotel restaurant before. Sounds like it could be pretty great if it actually holds up. Palatial duck. The name makes it sound so expensive. It's nice that we get to try something like that on the cheap. At first, I thought it was some form of Eastern crepe, but also it seems to be stuffed laobing that's been folded like a taco. Given how simple it is to eat on the go, I can see why it would be popular. Guess that's probably what makes them taste so good. Okay, we'll take one each. Thank you for your business. Enjoy. And the others received their orders of Meng Zhao's Millennium Duck. By the way, I heard that you're going to be taking part in that cook-off that's coming up. A friend asked us to help out with it a bit. Think you could use our assistance? I see. That's awfully kind of you, but no. Can't really think of anything at the moment. Oh, and I'm sorry, but it looks like I got other customers waiting. Would you mind stepping to the side? Ah, sure. Sorry about that. Got your hair for now. Wow, this stuff's really good. Meat's so tender, too. Surprised its prices are so low. Even the skin's all nice and crispy. Really gives off that authentic palatial duck texture. Also, on a whole other note, my Steam was updating a game called Door Kickers, and I completely forgot I had the game. Door Kicker. Door Kicker literally just reminds me, it brings back one memory. Like, I don't know how much you guys know about the comedian Dane Cook. Probably shouldn't have been listening / watching him as young as I was, but my brother was a little bit older than me. So, but he had a bit in one of his specials literally about how when he was younger, he wanted to commit crimes. So he staked out a house, went to the back door, and just fucking kicked the back door in, just like kicked it so hard off the hinges. And after he kicked the door off its hinges, he realized he did not want to do crimes. He just wanted to kick a door. And then there was kept on going, being like, and he didn't go and do anything. But he had to. Later on, he thought about the family that came home, being like, "What did you take, door kicker?" just going absolutely crazy. Like, do you take the batteries from the remote? Do you take the earrings? Do you take the ring? What did he take? Did he take the light bulb? Swap it out with a shitty half-used light bulb? It just like derails from there. It's very, like, I remember the bit fondly. Yes, the spices you use give it a very distinct flavor. It certainly leaves you wanting more. What's the matter, small fry? Don't care for it? No, it's not that. It's definitely tasty. I don't know how to put it, really. Well, don't mind me. I think the herbs you use just don't agree with my stomach, that's all. That's odd. It's a military game where you control a spec op team going through different missions from above you. Actually, oh, okay. Interesting. have any interest in playing that what is it, that Tactical Breach Wizards game?
Would you care for a Monto?
Because that seems like an interesting kind of
How's some delicious
military-esque game.
Well,
Fantasy break-in squad. What the hell? Is that Lucrezia right there?
how can I help you?
Horai Bawakai. Oh wow, 940. Jesus Christ. Huh?
Please come again.
Yeah, you got it. Cooking, yeah. Oh yeah, because this is an actual
Very
one.
well
Okay.
made.
So yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna
Thanks for the grub.
get fat, get this next one up.
Thanks for the grub.
See, I don't really use the defense items, so that's why I go for the res and A res up first. Whereas like damage up, I could use that in a fight.
Ooh, I'm stuffed. Ooh, I'm stuffed.
I've had my wishes for a while. Oh, nice. Strength plus 8. Cool. So what's Gourmet looking like? HP plus 250 to everyone. Defense plus 10. Okay. Okay. 50 dishes sampled. Hell yeah. In progress. How we looking? How we looking? One bond maxed. All those things. Is there not a food one anymore? Did I do all the food? Is it literally just... No, 75. There we go. Well, where's this since 824 of last... Ah, okay. When did the game come out? It only came out recently, right? Ah, there we go. Give me that shard token.
This is positively delectable.
Positively delectable. How is it going, owner? Oh, Mr. Arkrod, what brings you to our humble establishment today? Heard you were planning to participate in the Great Longport Cook-Off. Mason asked us if we wouldn't mind helping you out. I see. Always so selfless, that one. I'm a little surprised that you guys are going to be taking part, though. Sounds like the different houses in Hayway have a bit of a stake in this whole thing. Well, you do make a fair point. We didn't want to let Mason down if she's put so much effort into putting on the event. She really has a way with people, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. She seems to do a lot for the community. It's been out for a while, but it was more of an early access game until... Ah, okay. Anyway, she mentioned that you guys are having trouble getting your hands on certain ingredients. Yeah, I suppose that about sums up the situation. I'm trying to figure out if we can make substitutes, but we haven't been able to obtain any Jade Dragon's Eye. I'm afraid I haven't heard of that ingredient before. Oh, right, my apologies. Jade Dragon's Eye is a top brand of longan fruit. It's extremely high quality. It's also exactly what we need to have a fighting chance in the competition. I know longan fruit. It's the stuff they always put in Eastern medicine. All you need is some high-quality longan, then. Easy. It's used in medicine, then maybe there's a stock of them reserved for medical use somewhere? Perhaps they might even have some of a higher quality than they'd be willing to share. Seems pretty straightforward. We'll go check with somebody who might have some medical supplies stashed away. By the way, Quano, have you had any other issues lately? Could be wrong since I forgot about it until today. I saw a video pop up. Ah, okay. Like somebody doing anything to mess with your food or something? Now you mention it, we have, yeah. Although it was rather minor, all things said and done. This morning I found that some of our plumbing out back was damaged. There was water everywhere. We had someone come out and fix it right away, so it wasn't a complete disaster, thankfully. But we just had new plumbing put in last year. Feels like someone did it intentionally. It does sound pretty fishy. It might just be coincidence, but still worth a suspicion, I think. We can look into that more on our side, though. For now, just focus on keeping your customers fed. Thanks for all your help. I'll go ahead and get back to work then. Be seeing you. Alright, seems like we've got a handle on how all the participants are doing now. And out of 5 restaurants, 3 of them seem to be dealing with interference from somebody. We still can't say for sure that's rival business that did it. Also, I do love Longport, but fuck, I hate reading the names of stuff in it since it fucks with my practice. Yeah, because a lot of it is just straight up like, hey, this is meant to kind of be Chinese inspired, so we're not even going to like change the names because it is what it is. We have Fondant and Huiran seems to be the only 2 that were lacking ingredients. Oh, well, yeah. Also, Miss Mason did ask us to obtain a bottle of Laoju as well. And old man Wuhan wanted some red crab. Pretty sure I've seen crabs like that over in Second Ward's waterways. They're fat, juicy looking ones too. That'd be good enough. I think our last spot I'm over by the cigar shop. I guess let's head over and see if we can catch one real quick. They're supposed to be rare, but we should be able to find a few with a shard search. Those Jade Dragon's Eyes will probably have to rely on someone with medical supplies. Might suggest Longlight Clinic or the nearby temple. They're both known to mix herbal remedies. I have trouble saying basic words like right where it sounds more like what. Hey, that's what happens. It's context. And I guess the benefit is like, at least you just have to read it, right, in your brain. You don't necessarily need to vocalize it. One of the other should suffice, I would think. That just leaves the Lao Zhu that Meijin was asking for. Not positive, but I know a guy who might be able to get his hands on some. That don't help either. Anyway, let's get out there. Find what we can and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Tamam. Positively. Okay, so let's go to First Ward. Let's go to Gambit Bar. So I'm just reading it myself. But still probably better than saying it. Okay, so... Oh, no, okay. So I guess they want us to go to the temple, not the clinic. Even though the clinic was one of the places that they suggested. Whatever.
Heavenly Mother,
Give me fruit.
please.
Oh, yeah, way better. Oh, hello, Aaron. I believe I've seen the rest of you around as well before. Is something the matter? Well, let's see. We know a guy that's looking for a type of longan fruit called Jade Dragon's Eye. I know they can be pretty rare, but we were hoping you might be willing to share a few with us, if you have any, that is. Jade Dragon's Eye, you say? Well, yes, we actually do have a few of those. They're quite useful for the church's medicinal mixtures, so we make sure to procure some periodically. Though I hear that supply chain disruptions have been making it difficult to get a hold of them. Yeah, that's why we ended up coming to you for help. Apparently Huron and Newtown won't be able to make their dish for the big cook-off without them. Oh, I had no idea. Well, in that case, let me provide you with as many as you need. Thank you, Churchman. Jade Dragon's Eye. So these are Jade Dragon's Eyes. They're a lot bigger and smoother than your typical longan fruit. You sure okay with giving us this many, though? Considering recent events, I'd like to do my part to ease everyone's spirits as much as possible. I'm extremely grateful for your assistance, sir. I am curious, though. You all have been recruited to help with this contest, yes? Yeah, that's right. Just someone else you think we should know about? Well, it's just that there's this young man named Meng Xiao. This will be his first time competing in the cook-off. However, I'm a bit concerned by the throngs of people that suddenly seem so wound up over his food. Well, I mean, when something's that popular, you're bound to have some people who go completely nuts over it. Indeed. In fact, a very passionate fan recommended that I try the dish as well, so I went to go and sample some. When I arrived, I was informed they had only just sold out. I still have yet to try one. Dang, that's some unfortunate timing. So I'm surprised they'd run out so suddenly. Meng Xiao made it sound like he had plenty when we were there. In any case, we've been asked to deal with any problems that might pop up during the cook-off. We'll do everything in our power to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible. Try to relax and enjoy yourself. And well, please let me know if you need help with anything else in the meantime. Okay, so food truck guy might actually be like trying to monopolize all the supplies because of how fucking much he's pumping out. I forgot Dorkers of Steam Workshops. Ooh. See, I wish more games had Steam Workshop support instead of just like having to like do a Nexus mod or whatever, or like they had support for it. Like I would love it if there was a Trails game that had fucking Steam Workshop for like, hey, yeah, just here's some shit. Like that would be so neat. Right? Like with a game like this being like, oh yeah, Steam Workshop to like add levels or challenges or whatever to the Martin Garden, right? Like that would be neat.
You'll never guess what
This must be the Eastern Quarter.
Okay, antique seller.
Thank you.
Buy
What'll it
her
be?
items.
Thank you.
No, we gotta talk to you. Hey, Jigen, mind if I ask you for a little favor? Of course. What's going on this time, Ven? Looking into some kind of antique? Sorry, actually, it's got something to do with your hobby. You've always had a thing for vintage wines, right? I get it now. Guess it wouldn't be too surprising for him to have a bottle lying around. You're looking for a Changfang Quan. It's from a brewery that closed down a while back. You know it? Whoa, hold on there. That's what you're looking for? You're kidding. So you say you do have it? Well, it wouldn't do me any good to lie about it. Yeah, I've actually got 3 bottles. The only thing is, I bought them for myself. I wasn't exactly planning on selling them off. Oh, come on, man. If you got 3, why not suck it up and sell us 1? I didn't buy 3 because I was planning to sell any. 1 was to drink, 1 was to keep in storage. The last 1 was for spreading the good word. I'm gonna be real with you here for a minute. I love cake, but even I don't buy extra for storing and proselytizing. And my opinion, almost every game can have some mod support, be it via Steam or just letting some people use other tools to mod the game. Oh yeah, 100%. Because I mean, if you have mod support, that means you can have a modding community, which means you can have new fan-made assets and other things to keep interest alive while the people that made the game can move on to make the next thing while people are still interested in playing the old thing, right? Like, it's why Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be alive for probably ever now that they have, like, official mod support and, like, the mod workshop, like, baked in to like their thing. It's like, oh yeah, that thing's never dying now. Like, not that it was ever really going to die, but it's going to be. It's just crazy. Like there are going to be people playing that for the next 20 years. PvP game can be a problem. Yeah, PvP games, it can be a problem with mods, which is like the big thing. But like if you're playing a single player game or like a game not with PvP but it's still online with friends or whatnot, like there's no issues. Yeah. Be honest, man. You know they wouldn't go bad. You totally would. Anyway, you got one for spreading the word, then this seems like a pretty good opportunity, don't you think? Come on, show the love, buddy. What do you mean? See, the Great Longport Cook-Off is coming up, and Mei Shin wants that wine to use for her entry. If she wins using your spare Tiang Fren Quan, there might be a whole new run of the stuff. That's true. If there's enough good publicity, maybe someone might consider investing in rebuilding the brewery. Left 4 Dead 2 is a great game alone, but mod support will make it last for God knows how. Oh yeah, I mean, it's already lasted as long as it has now, right? Like, it's not like Left 4 Dead 2 is new. Came out in what, like 09 or something like that? Or was it like early teens? I see. I hadn't thought of it that way. Alright, you live convinced me. I'm still a businessman. I insist on being paid appropriately for it. Yeah, 09 or something. Nation already gave us the okay to put it on our tab, so just charge it to her, okay? Obtain Tang Fran Quan. Sounds good. Give Nation my best. Be worth it if I can get some good buzz for my store. That part's out of our hands. Thanks for the bottle, though. I will say it's worth it. I have it. I played it with some friends. Didn't do any like of the modded stuff, but we did do the main thing, and I think the official added ones. I wish I had people play. Yeah, that's another thing where it's like it is one of those kinds of games where playing it with friends is most definitely the intended way. Like, you can play it alone, but it's very much built for like a party kind of game.
That's it.
So like playing Mario Party alone. You can, but like you don't get the hate. You don't get the true hatred that others would get. I think I started saying that. Yeah. Caught a red crab? Looks like we got ourselves a big one. Not sure what Wuhan's planning to make with it, but he shouldn't have any complaints about a crab this big. I suppose we should move on to the next item then. Hey, did you hear about what happened with Yanzu over at Italian restaurant? Sure did. He's gonna be competing in the cook-off after all. Seems like trouble follows that guy everywhere he goes. Yeah, all that business with the Lai family already had him in a real tizzy. You know just how weird he can be. Somebody so hard to please, he sure is awkward. Maybe that's what makes his food so good, though. Alright, looks like we got everyone's missing ingredients. We heard a few interesting tidbits of info along the way, too. Should probably deliver the ingredients to each of the shops and then head back to Mason's place. We even got that Lao Zhu that she was after. We should get back to her soon. Just get back to her soon so she has time to prep her dish. And the others delivered the ingredients to Grihu Fandian and Huarian. Yeah, just finished the game. It was. Don't spoil anything. After that, they returned to Meisha and told her about everything they learned. Also, just like the more popular mods were dorking, and one of the first thing I saw was a girls frontline mod. Nice. They know what's up. I'm so glad I put out that request. I feel much better about putting on the cook-off now. So I'll borrow the job. There's still some time left before the event is scheduled to start, by the way. I'm sure you must be tired, so you're more than welcome to rest here before we begin. Not a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna hold off for a sec. Sorry, but we still have a few things we need to do first. We'll be back in a bit. Of course, please take your time. 56 hours, more to go because it's forever too long. Yeah, 100%. Okay, need to save. I haven't saved since the start of the stream, my lord. Yeah, also want to save before I go in here in case there's any SP that I need to get. Here we go. Not a bad idea. Let's wait for the cookout to begin. Alright. Can't hurt. Alright, we'll take you up on that. Can't hurt to decompress a little bit. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your Lao Zhu. That's the Tang Feng Quan. I can't believe you managed to find some. I had a few connections. He wasn't able to give it to me for free, though, so I hope you don't mind that I asked him to send the bill your way. Not at all. This will be just what my dish needs. You hyped it up so much, I'm sure it won't disappoint. I'm at 52 hours at the start of Act 3, so I give up on being in 60 hours. I mean, most Trails games, I think I talked about casually for me, usually go around like 80 because of how much I stream it and have to talk about it. So, I mean, like, it's not like Trails games are short by any means anyway. So, over 60 to me seems completely reasonable. Don't disappoint. Sounds like we got plenty to look forward to at least. Anyway, let's wait here until it's time for the event to start. Also, I can guarantee if I weren't streaming it, the way I'd play is like, ooh, I need perfect dodges. I'm just going to grind out all those perfect dodges immediately. So I can get some good courts as soon as possible. Looks like the participants are filing in. And are those the judges? Most of them, for me, are at 60 in my CS4. Yeah, because those are a couple of longer ones. And if you don't like New Game Plus them to like get all the achievements or see every event, like then yeah, it's not gonna put you above. Get me wrong, I'm not disappointed. It'll take longer, but still, yeah. Impartial third-party judges. Yeah. Usually the judges are non-participating shop owners, folks in the Chamber of Commerce, stuff for people like that. Oh, sorry, I didn't even read this one. Yeah, with Meishan both hosting duty and participating, they had to call in some impartial third-party judges. Okay, there we go. Makes sense. I think CS4 and Reverie took me 80. Yeah, see, I mean, you said you haven't played first chapter. First chapter is decently long, but second chapter is definitely, I think, the longest of the initial trilogy. Third is probably the shortest of the initial trilogy, I would say. Strategy game would take me around 25 to 40, but I would take my time with Daybreak 1 and 2, because I basically zoomed through every other game besides for CS. Because you played them like all back to back to back, right? Gulp. I guess it's time for the battle to begin. Yeah, still a bit before they get started, though. I'm actually going to step away for a minute. Might not be back in time for the opening ceremony, but you guys have a good time without me. Huh? They want to make sure the competition went smoothly. But I was so excited for us all to watch together. It's no big deal. Just something I wanted to look into real quick. I'll be back as soon as I can. I wonder what's wrong. Yeah, it's not like this is the first time he's gone off on his own. Sure, he'll be fine. Quick, Rosette, send the clone after him. God, speaking of clones, like anytime I think of clones, I'm like, oh god, Naruto, the clone jutsu, and it's like, bro, the way that Shippuden retroactively and I guess future actively made Naruto seem so more incompetent. Right? Because so when they introduce Shadow Clone Jutsu, it's like, okay, it's just a clone, but different than regular clones, it's like solid. So it's like, okay, cool. But then it brings a matter, it's like, okay, but what about like earth clones and water clones? Are those not solids? Can those, like, I imagine those could also like hit you pretty hard, but regardless, whatever. But then in Shippuden, they make the thing where like when he gets the Wind Rasengan, they're like, oh, we're gonna quicken the training by having him put out shadow clones because he gets the cumulative experience of all the clones when they disappear. And it's like, bro, that sole fact makes that the single most useful jutsu of all time. How is that not everyone using it always to always be the smartest people? Like, bro, just make as many clones as you can, have them go read books in the library or train. How is everyone not the most skilled ninja ever? And also, why is Naruto not using shadow clones to take care of all the managerial stuff instead of taking care of his family? Right? Like, I'm just saying, the Shippuden thing of the shadow clones actually transmit information when they disappear really makes Naruto seem a lot stupider. Could just blow through them, but I want to make sure. Yeah, that's the important part of these big games. First chapter is a good length. Second chapter is a little too long. I feel like there's just one section that overstays its welcome a little much. I think overall, second chapter is a good thing, but it's that one section. I'm not gonna spoil the section because Ash hasn't played that section, but it's one specific section near the end-ish that I think goes a little too long. Third is best pace in the game series aside from maybe 0 and CS1. Third actually, but I would say third is the best pace, but only because of its structure being very linear, right? Like the structure of third gives it the easiest method to have pacing. Like it is probably the most fast-paced of all the Trails games combined, right? I'd say it's the most fast-paced because of its structure. Zero, I think, probably has. Yeah, if we're talking about like game pacing, honestly, once again, Zero and Azure are probably, I would say, peak for pacing. Like, there's never a point where I was like, oh, this is going too long, right? Like, even their final dungeons, I'm like, yeah, these are as long as I feel like they need to be. Maybe Azure's is a little too long, but, like, it's not bad. And, like, it goes with what it should. It takes way too long to get to the real meat. I feel like I think that one's more of a personal taste one. It takes 4 chapters, but it's not like those 4 chapters aren't filled with shit that needs to be covered, mind you. Basically, precursor forever. Yes, exactly. Right. So third has that benefit. I think that one in terms, and this is an overall grander conversation about pacing, where good and bad pacing to me almost always comes down, like the argument always just comes down to personal taste, right? Where when people talk about like shows having bad pacing or whatnot, I feel like I don't necessarily comprehend the conversation a lot of the time, because I'm like, no, the show's taking as long as it feels it needs to take to get to the thing. Like, unless it's like obviously like rehashing stuff that's already been said, like constant flashbacks and stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Right? Like, one thing that I didn't understand, right? A lot of people were like, with My Hero, I don't know if you guys have watched My Hero, but like they get to the arc where like a lot of people complained about pacing in season 1 and the pacing when the Mafia came in. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about pacing? Like, no, the things are just happening in the order of events that they happened in the manga. They're following the story like damn near beat for beat, and it's going at a pretty fast, good pace. And then with the Mafia, you need to set it up. It's going at the pace that it needs to go at to make the payoff work. Like, I just don't get it. But then I'm like, if I see like conversation about it, I'm just like, I think my brain just isn't wired right to comprehend good or bad pacing for shows at the very least. No, tried to watch it and found not being mad, and that's perfectly fine. See, I read it from day one. I think a great example for bad pacing is the One Piece anime, or even the DBZ to a certain extent. Yes, a lot of long-running Shonen Jump ones are hampered by the fact that, one, they are long-running. They don't want them to stop airing. So they get the filler. And once you get filler involved in any way, shape, or form, that means pacing is just fucking gone, because you're not actually following the pacing of the OG anymore. Additionally, because they want to avoid filler, they will frequently flash back to things that have already been stated and done, because it's like, okay, we can reuse the asset of our previous drawing it, and we can, you know, buff the time a little bit so we don't have to do as much new stuff in this episode, and push the story further so we can push out the amount of time that we have to wait until we get to something filler. I also don't watch One Piece or DBZ either. I don't watch One Piece. I watched it when I was younger. Back when the opening was Yayo, Yayo, dream it, don't give it up, Luffy, dream it, don't give it up, Zolo. Like, when it was that opening, I watched that one, I think until, like, Skypiea. But it was that. But DBZ, it's just like, okay, we get to Goku driving cars or yelling for a long time to really sell it. Basically, mainly because they're trying to go chapter by chapter, but certain One Piece chapters are a little short, yeah, and others are a little bit long. 4Kids One Piece, dude, that opening has stood the test of time. It's still a bop. It is great. Like, it gets the pirate vibe across more than I think We Are does. We Are's a good song, not gonna deny it. Like, it's good, but bro, the One Piece rap makes me want to go be a pirate. Because yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. Yayo yayo. While it's unfortunate we were unable to hold the competition at the Kowloon Hotel as planned, it is Life Wufandian's sincere pleasure to host this year's great Longport Cook-Off. I'm sure you all have a lot on your minds given everything that's happened in Longport recently. And sure has taken his time. Black Flag made me want to be a part. That is also a good one to make me be a part. Also Sly Cooper 3, the fucking level where you're on a pirate ship. That level makes me want to be a pirate. That's I think the single most favoritist pirate gameplay I've ever had. Miss Black Flag. Man sure has taken his time. No, he said he might not make it back for the opening ceremony, but... Hey, you see that guy on the end over there? Isn't that the head chef from Talion? Yeah, he looks kind of grouchy. I'm surprised they'd send him an invitation given the situation. Oh, you should play East 10? I'm planning on it. But I need to beat Daybreak 2 and also need to get through some of my backlog games. Because I still have like 8. And one of them, and almost all of them are big-ass JRPGs. Octopath Traveler 2 and other such things. That's what fans looking into right now. We can worry about that later. Looks like the show's about to get started. Wish there would be more pirate games, even more space pirate games. East 10 isn't too long. Yeah, I mean, the longest East game has to be 8, right? Like, bar none, that one is the longest East game. Casually. So long as, like, you're not dying a whole bunch on, like, bosses in earlier games. Right? Like East 8 is easily the longest. East 9, probably the second longest. Don't know about East 10, but like, yeah. Yes, I wish they made another game as long as East 8. Yeah. I hope they do as well, but I think it's smart of them to not go like East 8 super long, East 9 super long, East 10 super long, right? Like, I think it's good to spread it out. Because East is more known for being being shorter, right? They're action games, which are automatically makes them up a lot more fast, like a lot faster paced. So it's like, I don't think they want to get into the habit of being like, oh, here's this massive game for you to have to go through. Because when you have a large game like that, it also spreads out the amount of time it takes between like power-ups and like new traversal options, because they don't want you to get them too fast and open up everything too early. I've only watched a bit of East 8 where we called Dana or whatever her name was Fee the whole time. What the hell? Nah, Dana's Dana. Dana's great. Pirates are incredibly underused in games. It sucks immensely that the latest pirate games are Assassin's Creed, who's more assassin or asker than pirate, and Skull and Bones is good, but it's half big as hell. Yo, dude, Pirate Yakuza, right? Where you're playing as Majima, pirate. There we go. Big games. I mean, I'm sure Indy's try to ape with Sid Meier's back. Don't worry about that. Looks like the show's about to get started. All right, our first contestant is Wuhan from Guiha-Fandian, a beloved stop in the Eastern Quarter for travelers and locals alike. Oh, a red crab dish, eh? It's quite an expensive ingredient for a place like Guiha. Well, I thought it might be good to go all out for a change. It's a fairly standard Longport-style steamed crab dish. Given the quality of the ingredients, I hope you find it to your liking. I guess out from Skull and Bones all looks so boring to me. I mean, Skull and Bones is literally just the boating part of Black Flag, but I think it's like not even as good as the Black Flag stuff, and there's nothing else to do. I mean, Black Flag is also a game that was forced to come out because Ubisoft entered into agreement with, like, I think it was either like the Malaysian government or whatever Southeast Asian government, like that they basically, like that government basically subsidized the development of that game. But then Ubisoft just kind of used that department or whatever. Singapore, I think that was right. Just used the Singapore development team as like a, hey, go on vacation to their like top developers, and they wouldn't do anything, and they like underpaid and didn't really treat the Singaporean developers all that well, which kind of was the idea where it's like, oh yeah, we'll subsidize you, you come, you pay the developers well, and maybe they can, liven up the Singaporean development scene. They just didn't, and they just kept going and going and going, and then they're like, you are under legal obligation to release the game. You cannot cancel it, or else the Singaporean government can, like, sue you. And so they released it. That sounds about right. And you have to think, maybe with management like that, maybe there's a reason why Ubisoft has been in not great straits for a while now. Because if that's how you're gonna, run your business, how are the games gonna come out? Yeah, it's making me hungry. Did a really good job with that red crab. So old man Wuhan is capable of some pretty fancy stuff when he puts his mind to it. Just Pirate Yakuza is a good pirate game. I mean, I've only heard good things about it so far. I don't know how much of a pirate game it is, but I mean, your Majima is a pirate. My, that was quite excellent. You can really taste how fresh the crab is. Still, as excellent as the ingredients may be, I think it's lacking a little something. Yes, if only had a little something extra to draw out all the flavors. Look, man, the only reason Ubisoft around because of Siege. I mean, yeah, it really is. And that's I think that's one of the unfortunate parts about a lot of the big game companies, right? Where it's like a lot of them should have just shit the bed and crashed and burned, but like each company has like a single cash cow that is basically able to kind of like keep them afloat, even though they keep shitting the bed, making layoffs, cutting games, canceling games, having shit games come out that are massive losses. Right? They all have the one cash cow that's kind of able to carry them forward to keep being pieces of garbage. Bad thing I heard about it, Pirate Yakuza was a bit short. Yeah, and I mean, it's fine. They release a new Yakuza game like once every like 10 months. Like it's not even a yearly thing. It's like more than like if you go down the list, it's like more than one a year. Like in terms of development time and whatnot, because they're so good at reusing their assets, but just making new stories and stuff, which I'm completely fine with. Like I'm 100% fine with. I think more games should do that. Be like, bro, you had something good, just reuse a lot of the shit, do it again. Like, not different story, let me play it again. I don't need to wait 8 years for the next game. I want to play another one, right? Why are so many of the games from like the PS2 era good? Because they reused fucking assets. Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3, and also Deadlock, they came out in like a 7-year span, I think. Sly Cooper 1, 2, and 3, they came out in like a 6-year span. Why? Because they're all on the fucking PS2, right? They all reused assets and it was fucking great. You're able to make a good IP because you had several games for people to get invested in a short period of time. The development time wasn't super long because they didn't have to remake all the assets each time. Like, and you're able to do something fun, right? It was great. It was awesome. I don't want to wait 8 years between a game that I love and the next time. Like, I'm not playing the game for the new shiny RTX ray tracing hootenanny bullshit. Oh, we made the new model now. It's 18,000 pores and 1 square inch of the face. I'm never gonna see it. I don't give a fuck. Just use the same shit. I don't care. With Daybreak 1, 2, just using the fucking Kuro engine, using the same using the same monsters in between their games, in East, in Trails. Like, I don't give a shit. Just make fun games. Sorry, I've been going off. Couldn't read the comments. Singapore Studio was released for his even readier feature rich and got assured by players. I'm not saying that's bad, but that's a close thing. But Ground That Harvest, the only game that is about sail ships and not a robot chaos. And not good. No other option. Left 4 Dead 2 came out a year after the first one, the same reason, and still made it better. Yeah. Right. And also, Left 4 Dead 2 literally included all of Left 4 Dead 1, right? Like as maps, because they're like, yeah, let's just boom, add it on. They did Pokemon Silver, which is great. A game that, Ubisoft didn't really know what they were going to do with Skull and Bones. Basically forced out an incomplete game because they were under pressure from the Singaporean government. In fact, they dropped so much money on making the game and needed to recoup some. I mean, they also restarted development on the thing like 3 fucking times, right, over that entire year, which also shows bad management, right? Like, they didn't have a clear idea and weren't able to follow through on it because their planning was so poor because they weren't using it seriously. They were using the Singapore branch as vacation. You have games that use assets like COD and still fuck it up. Yeah, right. So I don't blame devs on you. Most of my blame. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, I'm sure that there are some shitty devs, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. But I mean, at the end of the day, right? all like the decision making power is with the execs and the managers and whatnot. And if shit goes downhill, right? So if you have shit at the top, it's not going to get better down below, right? It's like all those like horror stories, right? Where it's like, yeah, we had a good game, and then the top decide, oh, you gotta put microtransactions in. You gotta do this, gotta do that. People that don't know game development, don't know games, don't know gamers, they just know investments and other stuff that don't work the way that games do. Just being like, oh yeah, this made money for that game. Put it in our game. Put it in our game. It's gonna make so much money, right? So it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate for that kind of stuff. Most of the time, it's not a dev. Somehow, For Honor, a fighting game of all things, is still ongoing for what, 5 or 7 years, and still getting new shit. They get new shit with mocap. I mean, it's also important to remember there are certain games that do last a while, but doesn't mean they're always getting new players, right? It's like, yeah, it's long lasting, and it could still be getting, money from the existing base, but it's not growing, right? That's another aspect, right? Like I think it was like League. They literally said, yeah, anyone who wants to play League is currently playing League. It's like we can't find new people. It's probably similar with For Honor, where it's a very specific type of fighting game that probably not a lot of people are talking about unless they already play it. Siege might get new people, but like I would have to wonder. So it's really just a matter of like, okay, how much can you monetize the existing fan base without being egregious enough for them to leave? It's still going, but don't make too much money from what I know. Ron is really only played by diehard fans. Exactly. Right. And additionally, when you have most of your fan base as diehard, they're all really good at the game. So any new players that come in just get shit on immediately and they bounce off. Yeah, Gamma, you piece of shit with a mouth like a garbage shit. Number 6, Siege 2 is just wait, Siege 2 came out? 6 Siege, and that's it. Absolute trash move from Ubisoft. Say Siege does get new people, but not many. But so, yeah, exactly. But that's also like the case with a lot of things that have long lifespans. It's coming out. Okay, it's coming out. I mean, it's similar to fucking Overwatch 2, right? Where completely wasted, right? Where it's like, okay, what are the new things we're doing with Overwatch, right? Okay, new art style. Okay, you could just apply that to Overwatch 1. 5v5 instead of 6v6. Okay, that fucking sucks. No one wants that. PvE. Oh, you cancel PvE. Cool. And then now with Marvel Rivals coming, I was like, actually, we might be reneging on the 5v5. We might go back to 6v6. Okay, so it was entirely pointless. It could have just been a thing. Cool. Good. Great. You can't get shot as a thing in just about every fighting game. Why do you think they try to make a new control system in Street Fighter? But I mean, at least with new fighting games, a new fighting game, there's an influx of new players for other new players to fight, right? Like, that's at least a slight benefit, right? Whereas you have For Honor, where you might get one new player a month, and they're fighting against only people that have been playing for the past 6 years. I think, the Siege X for its 10th year and its graphical and audio. Don't know much about. Okay. For my dish, I've prepared a new stew containing assorted seafood from along the eastern coastline. I call it Phao Tian Dan. Dried goods work together to create a multifaceted soup stock with a harmonious flavor. Oh, I've heard of the soup. I'm told it's exquisite. For a second, I really thought they were holding chopsticks. Impressive. That certainly seems like a dish worthy of Horion. Yeah, their food draws from elements of long-lasting cuisine and other Far Eastern places. Tell a lot of care went into making it. I usually prefer my food longboard style. I do get in the mood for stuff like that every now and again. This is fantastic work. Exactly what I expect from Horion. There's a bitterness and odor to it, not unlike some herbs used in Eastern medicine. But the way it's blended together in terms of taste and aroma are top class. The most impressive thing is this long-owned fruit. This Jade's Dragon Eye, isn't it? It provides an excellent accent to the flavor. Looks like you're next, Yonzu. I know a lot has happened recently, but I trust you've been doing all right since then? For the most part, yes. Today I've prepared abalones in a thick glaze. The glaze itself is made from dried shark's fin and edible bird's nest. Edible bird's nest? Commend you for using such high-quality seafood. I should have expected nothing less from the head chef of such a refined establishment. confirmed that Siege does get new people. It's still quite alive, but content creation like YouTube and Twitch side things are not so much. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Siege did have a pretty decent stint on YouTube and Twitch for a while, but then it like died down pretty quick. Or not pretty quick, but like it has died down a lot. Yeah, it did. It's the Life Family's restaurant for you. Just rich enough to have a bad taste. Seems as though the judges are responding quite favorably to it, though. That was excellent. You certainly made the most of those ingredients. Yes, I agree. It feels like a very tried and true approach. Next up we have my sister. For today's competition, I've prepared a unique free-range chicken dish called bajunji. I'm especially proud of this one. It's chicken steamed with carefully selected wine and spices that help to bring out a lovely aroma. I've heard much about you, Mei-shun. I'm impressed that you've earned the rank of Teiji Chushi at such a young age. I'm looking forward to the skills you've developed from your days back at the Kowloon Hotel. It's finally Mei-shun's turn, but Van's still not back. Yeah, should have at least been here for her presentation. Especially considering she's using the Lao Zhu we obtained for her. Oh my, this is fantastic. The various fragrances combined with such a delicate taste, and all while preserving the delicious flavor of the chicken itself. It's marvelous work. That's certainly not all. I can tell there's something special about the wine you simmered the chicken in. It takes the bird's light flavors and colors it with spices, resulting in a superb balance. Finding the right wine to produce such a near-perfect dish must have been the next to impossible. Yes, I was confident that it would all come together if I used Tang Feng Quan. That famous wine. I see. Now I understand why the taste was so familiar. I can also confirm that since I was around in the community at the time, a lot of them Siege tubers are either not making videos anymore or less so are making videos on other games. There's a few still around doing it. Okay, nice. I also feel like it's an aspect where, given the... like, it's almost a double-edged sword where they have a lot of operators now. Unless there's a new operator coming out super frequently, there might not be all that much new content to do. Otherwise, it's just doing matches, right? Which, after a certain amount of time, you've probably seen a lot of the operators, or there's so many operators that you don't even know, like, what the matchups or counters are, and you're just like, this is just, like, if you're not in the loop, you're just kind of out of it, right? Like, I don't know who's good against who in this. Like, maybe when it just came out, I knew some of the hard counters, right? Like, oh, this guy puts up a wall, so you want person that has thermite charge. Okay, cool. Yeah, at least 2 a year and do 2 a year. Okay. Makes it all more regrettable that the brewery closed down some time ago. Yes, I would love to see it make a resurgence someday. Great job, sis. For my first cook-off, I'll be entering my renowned Millennium Duck. Seasoning is sure to hook even the most discerning palate. Now, so this is the dish that's been so popular lately. Let's give it a taste then. This is... it's hard to describe, but it's completely captivating. This flavor and aroma. It's like I can't stop myself. I've never had anything like it. This is the first time I've experienced anything like this. How did you prepare such a delightful concoction? Let's just say I put a lot of work into my secret ingredient. Cocaine. I feel completely blindsided. It must be even better than I heard. I just wonder. No way. I mean, his food was good and everything, but don't you think they're exaggerating? Sounds like the winner's been decided already. I'm surprised he managed to reel in all 3 judges. Hold on a minute. Ah, damn it. Looks like I'm too late. Damn right you are. Where have you been, man? The cook-off's almost over. Wait, why is Dog Long Kai with you? Told you I had to look into something, didn't I? Just took a little longer than I expected. Look, I hate to do this in the middle of such a big event, but there's a problem with Men Chao's cooking. Not only you're interrupting competition, but now you're trying to slander me? It ain't slander. Kept some of the food we bought from you in some containers. I had Dr. Long Kai examine some of it for me, and boy, that sure is one hell of a secret ingredient you got there. Indeed. One of the so-called spices we found in his Millennium Duck is Luga Cow. My medical herb compendium lists it as hallucinogen, but one with pleasurable but addictive side effects. I I will say I do love For Honor's combat system, but fuck, I don't have time to learn to be good at. These days it's considered to be quite the rarity. Curious how you managed to come upon so much of it. Ptee. You found something that dangerous? What should we do? Are we going to be okay? Fortunately, it's not so toxic as to directly affect the body unless routinely ingested. It can be counteracted through treatment from most practitioners of Eastern medicine, including myself. There's no need to panic. The fact remains that this guy deceived everyone into eating his drugged food. That explains why I felt so weird when I tried it earlier. You bastard. You had to go and pull something like this on top of all the other crap we've been dealing with from Heiwei? Oh, horrible. You're a disgrace to all chefs. No, you don't even deserve to carry that title. How do you manage to supply himself with so much of that rare herb? His prices were rather low, too. Well, the song is called Those Who Squirm. Oh, it is great. That's right. How would I ever gotten my hands on the stuff in the first place? If you only tested one batch, then who's to say somebody didn't plant it there just to make me look bad? True. I guess it would be pretty difficult for you to gather a stock of something so uncommon. If you were working alone, that is. But if someone with access to it was working behind the scenes to help you out. See? Somebody's been sabotaging the other businesses. And the only places unaffected were your food truck and Taiyuan restaurant. But compared to you, Taiyuan doesn't have much of a motive. You see, so practically everyone in Longport's got their eye on the Lai family right now. Something like this would be a final nail in their coffin. But you, on the other hand, had the perfect motive for getting your hands on those herbs, and for finding someone to get them for you. Yeah, to make sure his collaborator wouldn't lose face, he had to make sure that he'd win. That's why he started messing with the other restaurants. And about summing it up, Menjiao? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just out to get me. I would never vandalize Haoran or Lao Fu Fondian. That's odd. I didn't say a thing about anyone being vandalized. You sure seem awfully knowledgeable about it, though. Just give yourself up already. There's no getting out of it now. This much evidence, we won't even need to get Heiwei involved. Care to tell us about how you procured those herbs? Gah, looks like the jig is up. Oh man, how am I ever going to explain this to him? Back in my day, we used to have cocaine and Coca-Cola, and it was the best thing ever. I don't know why none of these people want no drugs in their food. After Van's confrontation, both bracers and police officers arrived on the scene to escort Menjiao away. This disqualification, the judges at the Great Longport Cook-Off took a moment to reconvene. Well, in spite of that little incident, the judges have now concluded their deliberation. Do we have a verdict on the winner? We do. The dish that shone the best and brightest among all those we sampled this evening was that of Lai Fu Fondian's very own Mei Xin. Really? I'm honored. Way to go, Mei Xin. In the end, we decided it was your use of the Lao Zhu that truly won us over. Well, time to give Marduk another test subject. Man, they're giving them a lot. Thank you so much. I promise to keep aiming for even greater heights. So what my father would have wanted. Could have thought that wine would end up being the deciding factor. I guess it was worth the effort after all. As Meng Zhao's misdeeds were revealed, albeit in a rather unexpected manner, the cooking competition came to a close. Participants, having learned a few new things about their cooking, headed back to their respective businesses. They should start paying us for it, honestly, yeah. Thank you again for all your help with this year's cook-off. Although I feel like the only reason I won was because you're able to find me that Tang Feng Quan. That was just the last little push to put you over the edge. Even without the wine, you have been getting nothing but rave reviews. Your skill's the real deal. Be that as it may, it was only because of you that Men Xiao was exposed for what he really is. Yeah, and Doc Long Kai said it's a good thing you stopped him when you did. He caught it right before his regular customers would have started getting sick from the stuff. Said they should be fine if they can go without it for about a week. I'm just surprised you even noticed something was off. I definitely thought it was odd how strongly people were reacting to his food, but I never imagined. And that was part of it, but the thing that really tipped me off was the fact that he was avoiding serving people with a knowledge of medicine. Remember what Father Hu Sang over at the temple told us? He said that when he went to give the dish a try, they told him they were fresh out. Yet, when we were there, he made it sound like he had more than enough to go around. He didn't seem the least bit worried about meeting demand. Felt like a pretty unlikely coincidence to me, so I figured I should look into it. Yeah, timing on that was just a little too perfect. By the way, you mentioned that drug he was using is pretty rare. Ever figure out how you got the stuff? I accessed our database, but I haven't been able to determine a possible access channel. According to the police, even Meng Zhao didn't know much about his collaborator's origin. So in other words, he was probably being used. And the question is, what would somebody have to gain from having a cook feed hallucinogens to the general public? You said it. The only thing I can think of is that they were using it as some sort of test. Maybe see how far they can push the law while still keeping under the radar. Ugh, looks like the jig is up. Oh man, how am I ever going to explain this to him? Pen? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Anyway, I think that'll take care of your request for now. Got other business to attend to, so we'll catch you later. Of course, I'm glad I turned to you for help. Please feel free to stop by any time.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Great job, you guys.
So we got one more side quest to do. Law, you get me up to 4? No, damn. Okay. Oh, you got a new thing. Nice.
What can I get for you?
Bison G, nice.
Thanks a bunch.
Hell yeah. So let's go to Newtown.
On my way.
And we'll pick up the 4SPG, but I don't think we'll do it. It's
Let's
getting late.
see what
It's
we
getting
got.
late. There's 4SPG on the bulletin board. Sibling showdown. Being in the capital for so long, my brother Li Lian has finally come home, and he's still a gutless coward. So I'd like to take the opportunity to beat some grit into him. Does it sound like something our guide solution could help with? Bracer Xiaoling. Damn, okay. I want to beat up my brother. He's a dick. He's a spyless little dweeb. Okay. So this is where I'll probably call it for the night. I guess I've been going for a bit. So I'll start back there on Wednesday, which I hope we're all looking forward to. But yeah, with that, thank you Ash and Gearho and Keeve for the super active conversation. It was great having so much to talk about this stream. And then also Sleeper and everyone else that dropped by and chatted. It was great talking to you all as well. So yeah, I will be back on Wednesday with Daybreak 2, and I hope you all have a very nice night. Bye.